This is your captain speaking. We are going to go for the Uncensored Show in T-minus 10 seconds.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, crap. I think all that noise blew a fuse.
I got it.
This is a special edition of Bubba Uncensored. What does this mean?
We can say fuck and other profanity without dumping. Really get down and dirty like you like it. Speaking of dump, I'll be right back.
I'm assuming. Hold on, semi. Macho. Rat. Okay. I don't think Macho builds a dump. Mach, do you not build? Or he could be already gone to the other building because it seems like Bruce Midority has got him working triple time over there.
We're not dumping.
Oh, we don't even have the. I mean, we probably.
we're not on the air, so the FCC airwaves.
I know, but we probably. I don't know if we should have the capabilities of dumping.
Well, the only people it only goes down at the barracks, so it would really.
Okay. So we're not even hooked up to the gimmick for the gimmick on the gimmick.
Correct.
Yeah, who dumps anymore?
It's a raw show, Bubba. Yesterday when the guy said, die, Jew boy, die, we let that go, baby. We are a very free-form show.
Die, Jew boy, die.
Oh.
And that went right on through, no problem.
Right on through, baby.
You know, if somebody says something that you're not supposed to, I'll just tell them, hey, you're not supposed to say that, and see you later, buddy. We don't allow die, Jew boy, die on the show.
Thank you.
Why are you thinking? You're not a Jew?
Oh, I was just saying thank you to him. Thank you for not using that language.
Oh, so the person that we would be, maybe yelling at, we would say, thank you, sir. Please realize we can't say die, Jew, die.
Yes.
Die, Jew, die.
And your southern accent from Georgia.
Oh, did you have now? Were the trolls out because they had Kush here and thought they could get a few curveballs?
No, the Jew stuff's been pretty consistent this week.
Where's the Jew stuff live?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, what forum does it tend to be
call
more
on the phone line?
Oh, the phone lines. It wasn't over Twitch or anything in particular like that. It was more towards actually somebody picking up the phone.
Yeah, it was just a phone call Monday and Wednesday. So I'm sure that probably won't happen today since you're back in the pilot seat or cockpit or whatever it's called. I
got to tell you, admittedly, I did not hear or see 1 second of yesterday's show. I was so busy. And I woke up this morning, I'll do some physical activity here and there, work out, lift some weights here and there. It may not look like it, but I was so sore yesterday because yesterday I probably picked more rocks up.
Wow.
And you don't realize how much of a workout that is. You have a bucket, like a 5-gallon Home Depot bucket, and you got to bend down and pick up the rock and then put it in your bucket. And then eventually your bucket gets really heavy before the front end loader comes and you dump your bucket of rocks into its big bucket. But it felt like it's the. Have you ever gone out and played softball one day and you hadn't played softball for like 5 or 6 years?
Oh yeah.
And just the lateral movement and I was a little sore after the first game of dodgeball at the Content House the next day. Just because it's not, you can lift weights all you want, but lift weights are kind of a controlled or, natural movement. Whereas organic, like playing basketball and dodgeball and softball and the side to side and just the muscles that you use that there's really not a machine that emulates. And yesterday I picked up probably not. You know what? Here's the thing. I didn't even pick up near as many rocks as the Merch Crick did.
Oh, nice. I feel pathetic saying this, but after doing the dodgeball, I went to bowling with Walker and Ashley, and I pre-bowled 4 games in 45 minutes. And speed bowling is pretty tough.
Oh man, yeah. So when I was on a league, right? If you are going to miss, you can go pre-bowl.
Correct.
Right. That's the way. I'm just trying to kind of...
Wait. Like, you weren't going to be able to be at bowling night, so you went to go bowl ahead of time?
Yeah, that's the way bowling leagues are. So
that is...
And you got the athlete bug yesterday.
No, hold on, but I just want to make sure.
Sanders when he went from the MLB playoffs to the football game.
Well, Seth, can I say
by the way,
this?
he helicoptered over from here over to there. Remember when Dion, he helicoptered over from Fulton County Stadium. I mean, he helicoptered like from one place to another.
Yeah, the dome to the
from the dome to the baseball field.
But the only reason I did it is because Walker's never been bowling, and since I was gonna, we were gonna take him bowling for the first time, so I said might as well get my games in while I was doing it.
So here's the thing: the way bowling leagues work. Like, okay, so tonight, Thursdays is a big bowling league night, right?
Yes.
So tonight's probably your bowling league.
Correct.
And you're not going to make it because we have our 8 o'clock white elephant deal.
Yes.
Right. So what bowling leagues allow, Seth, is for you to come in like during the day or it's just any other time besides the time of your league and bowl 4 games, and then they use that score, rather than to get in the bowling league world, you have 2 options: get a substitute, but their score is straight up, meaning like you don't get a handicap. Right, Lummy?
Correct.
Or you can have your guy come in the day before, a couple days before, pre-bowl 4 quick games, and then that's his score that they infuse while figuring up your total. And Lummy, I did that one time, and you're right. It's just one ball after another, after another, and you're
no disrespect to your game, Lummy, but they couldn't find a live body there to.
Yeah, but you can't. Finding a replacement.
It's just bowling leagues, man.
No, hold on. But finding a replacement is you don't get to figure in their handicap.
Correct.
So like, let's say you were a bowl, your handicap was like 30. Right, Lummy?
Yes.
And
I didn't know they took it this seriously, Bubba. I didn't even know there was a handicap in bowling.
Yeah.
So
you win money, and plus, I thought Walker was going to want to participate a little bit more. He bowled 1 game and was done, so I had to hurry up and get through.
Was it now? Now, if it was monster truck bowling, he'd still be there.
Oh, 100%.
Right.
But
you know what I'm saying?
just,
if there was a big, if the pins were made out of little monster trucks, he would be, you couldn't get him out of the joint.
Lummy, if you ever do any cosmic bowling with the bumpers down, let me know. That's more my speed.
I got to tell you something, really honest to God, as you guys did dodgeball, and I've not seen any footage, Lummy. Hopefully you can get me some. But I heard it went pretty well. The last time we played dodgeball, it went well. We did it. I'm just thinking of things that we've done. Events that we've done off air that have always been received quite well. And, one of the first times we did it is when we did cornhole, and that went really well.
Yes, it did.
And then we did dodgeball at the Content House. That went really well. And did yesterday's go pretty good?
Yeah. We shut Babyface right on up, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, pussy boy.
So we're gonna have to get into that because I'm getting some.
He was on fire. Babyface was on fire yesterday. I thought as far as putting it together, because when I was the executive producer of past shows, I had to pretty much do everything, and even when I tried to think of everything for this bit, there were still like 10 other things that Red and Macho had that they had set up that I hadn't even thought about, and Macho wasn't here, and he had sound effects going, and Red had a great angle on everything, and I just thought and Colton coming, I just thought everybody did a great job. It's my favorite thing in radio when you have those group efforts that everybody comes together and everybody had fun and they were all happy. So I thought it was great yesterday.
Lummy, man. Wow, $100 from Susan Poitras on the PayPal.
Neil Montplaisir, 20 speedballing. Thank you.
Thank you. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App at the Bubba Army. Tonight is the White Elephant Party. Lummy. I think Lasker's coming.
All right.
I'm going to be there. Seth's going to be there. Rhett's going to be there. You're going to be there.
It's at 8. I thought it was at 7. It's at 8?
8 to 9.
8 to 9.
8 to 9. Okay.
Do I need to send a message to Gene just reminding him?
Yes.
Okay.
Just say 8 o'clock. Get there.
Yep.
10 till. Bring your present that's worth at least $25. Wrap it, and all you do is you just put your name on it so that you know who's. So that you don't grab your. So you just put your name on it. That's the person that provided that gift, right? That's how you do it. Do you put your name on it?
No, you don't have to put your name on it.
I guess you'll know which one's your gift. You just don't grab your gift.
Correct.
Right. Or I guess you could grab your gift if you thought your gift was cool and you wanted to keep it for yourself.
Yeah, if you wanted to. Yeah, you
Right.
can do it. Yeah, that unless we make a rule.
Last night, man, I might send you a couple videos. I shot some. I should put it. I should put it together as a little video. But I had the Longhorn chassis test last night at the track, and it's the first test that we've had with my new material. I think I got another 60 to 80 yards coming this Saturday of the new clay, and boy, it went well. I was very, very, very. I worked. I left here yesterday at 5:30, and it was foggy yesterday, and left this. I had to come pick up my truck and hook up and pull a trailer up there. You guys noticed when you walked in today, there was a trailer with a golf cart on it. I had to pick up a Red Tape Ken's 6-person golf cart because his wife wants to do the neighborhood Christmas party this weekend, and his golf cart was up at the track. So I came over, swung by here, picked up a trailer, left here about 5:30. Foggy as hell. And got it to the track, and then I was literally, one of the reasons I'm so sore is I was literally on a piece of equipment from 8:30 till about 5, nonstop, working like a farmer.
Nice.
Are you going to be able to make it through today and tomorrow's show? And
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
I
I
gotta-
got to put
I
you
gotta-
on the disabled list.
Maybe put me on the questionable list.
Oh wait, they
okay?
don't call it disabled anymore because it's called in what's it called the IL?
Inactive.
Yeah.
It's an inactive.
Yes.
Right. No, but you know how they also, if you're a little bit John Costica Lumby, and you know what he drops usually.
$100.
Love you, buddy. He said, I love how Seth stepped up when you were at the track. Great show. So that's kind of that's a compliment to you, my friend.
Oh, and I appreciate it. Yeah, John sent me a text message yesterday.
Oh, love me, 843 Bubba. Another 100 saying
you.
Seth did a great job yesterday.
Oh wow, the back end money. I didn't even know about that.
You didn't even know about the back end Willies.
I only knew
the
about
appreciation after the fact.
I only thought that we got counted for Monday and Wednesday, but now if we're getting with the trickle in on Thursday,
that's like you.
we're the new cash cow, the PRA.
That'd be like Seth. You had a good game on Sunday, and then at Monday's practice, the coach comes by as you're stretching out and reiterates, "Hey, Kushner, one hell of a game yesterday, buddy.
Yeah, no, this is
2 TDs.
This is great.
I mean, please.
I'll take any praise I can get.
Any
Feeds my soul.
Is there Thursday night? Let me see. The reason why I asked now is because I can watch with this new schedule.
Yeah, Chargers in Denver tonight. That's a good one.
Oh, okay.
It's a real good one.
There's one tomorrow too, I believe. No, Saturday.
No, but tomorrow, Friday.
Saturday's the college football playoffs.
Yeah, but there's Texans,
No,
Chiefs,
but hold on.
and Steelers, Ravens.
Are they?
Friday?
Wait.
No, Saturday.
No, hold on. Friday is Indiana Notre Dame.
Right. There's a lot of games. They're playing the whole first round.
I think actually they're playing half of their. I think they're playing half of the first rounds on Friday, Seth, and half on Saturday. So I think, or is there only one game on Friday? I know that Indiana travels to Notre Dame.
There is one game on Friday at 8:00,
and that's Indiana Notre Dame.
and then there's 1, 2, 3 games on Saturday.
Okay, and
12, 4, and 8.
Okay. And then we got NFL. Then we got NFL Sunday.
And then you got NFL Saturday.
I'm very surprised the NFL. I know they put games on Saturday once the regular season ends, but I'm really surprised the NFL's going up against the college football playoffs.
Yeah,
1:00 and 4:30.
Yeah, I kind of.
Pretty good.
I kind of
teams, though.
am, Seth. Like, that really fucks with the college playoffs. I mean, college playoffs.
I know the crowds are going to be, it's going to be about, the middleman, the guy like me that, likes just watching football. And do I want to watch a regular season game or do I want to watch a game, a college football playoff game? I don't know. It's going to, I'm surprised the NFL went through with that.
And a guy like you shouldn't be torn.
And I shouldn't be. You're right.
And a guy like you should just, say, listen, there's two,
it should be stress-free TV watching,
right.
Bubba.
Instead of having 6 games that you all are kind of, you're kind of interested in all of them. You want 2. Just 2.
Yeah, I don't want to have to decide between college and pros. That's not a decision that a man like me should have to make during this holiday season.
Tim A, $20. Any driver interviews, Bubba? And,
what?
Tim A said $20. Any driver interviews?
No,
they $20.
They're not. No, when they're testing, they're not. they're literally, this is how testing for late models go. You go out, they set the car up. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna text you just a couple videos. Okay, just so that you can send to me, so I can show you a little bit how it went. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to upload those to YouTube.
Oh, you're gonna have to.
Yeah.
All right. There's one, and then let me see here. There's one, and then here's let me see, and then like there's one. So I'm just gonna send them to you. And you guys can put them up for me. But here's how they do it. They go out and usually 1 or 2 car increments because they don't want anybody in front of them. You know, it's not like I had 9 cars there yesterday. Not all 9 go out at the same time because they want to have clean air is so crucial on most race cars. So they want to test with clean air, meaning there's not a car in front of them disrupting their airflow. So what they do is they go out and they go in like 4 or 5 lap increments. So they'll go and do like 4 laps, then they pull in, the driver stays in the car, and they make adjustments, you know, take a little here, take a little there, do a little this. Then after about 10 minutes or so, they go back out, and the guy makes another 3 or 4 laps, and then you come back in, make some adjustments, and then, you know, and then when they make adjustments and they continue to get better, they keep making adjustments, and then there comes a point where, you know, their 14.99, which was their best lap they ever did, turns into a 15.2. Then they need to start going back to where they were to try to find that 14.99. So I had Longhorn chassis test last night. And I think I got home at like at 11 o'clock. Phew.
Just got him. Gene just asked. Gene said no dates, right? No ladies.
Yeah. Just guys, dude. Yeah,
guys only.
Show members only.
Yep.
Mushroom Mitch, $20 on the PayPal. Don't forget I got my big fence. I don't think you're part of the fence party, are you?
No, that's Wolf and Big Red and I think Big Buck.
I think it's Wolf, Big Red.
Is a fence party a holiday party you're having, or is you guys are putting up a fence?
Wolf is I think I got Bob Cook. I think I got the Nashes. I think I got Captain Ron, Big Red, Creatine Travis, Buck, Austin Wolf, in case I said him again, and we're just putting additional fencing up at our track. You're familiar with my track, you know, like turn 1, the fencing needs another 4 foot. So we're adding 4 foot. We're adding a 4 foot 45-degree angle section in turn 1, and then we're raising the entire fence in turn 2 by 4 foot, and then adding some more fence on the side of turn 4. So that a sprint car can't flip into it, because last year a sprint car flipped out of the park, Lummy, and landed almost on some people. And that ain't good. So how did dodgeball go? By the way, I'm getting reports that that Brian was a little extra whiny yesterday. And I will tell you, man, I didn't get a chance.
Tuttle told him to shut his cum catcher out of nowhere.
Hold on. What?
Dude, Tuttle was like, I forgot
how funny he can be.
Like Tuttle's sober now, and I'm not saying he's not, but all of a sudden he's out there in the dodgeball court.
Shut your cum catcher.
And he was saying that Brian's mother was going to taste his dick that night, and I mean, like, he was really letting it out. I was dying watching it yesterday because Tuttle really came out of his shell, and him and Brian had some good exchanges.
Wow.
But yeah, Brian, Brian's the dodgeball guy, and he went hard in the paint, and
he lost.
Like a little bitch. He left his team. He left his team hanging out to dry, and they paid the price.
Sure did.
Wow. So who are the captains of the dodgeball team?
Me and Babyface.
Yeah, Babyface was the elf, and Lummy was the Santa.
Oh my God! More after the show fact. Brian from Philly, $20. Seth K killed it yesterday. Seth K killed it. It's like after you had a good game, they name you offensive player of the week, Seth.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You're getting you're getting some accolades. Lummy, did anybody see?
Neil Malpazier, $50.
Thank you. Thank you. Did anybody see? Talking about coaching and football. Did anybody see that Dan Campbell? Is that the coach of the Lions?
Yes.
That he must chew.
Oh, his teeth, if they offer him free teeth whitening?
Oh, my God. And it looks like all of his teeth are pretty good, except when you chew, a lot of times you keep it right there in that front little gimmick. And I'm thinking that gets really nicotine and tobacco stained. And did you see the meme of him with his tobacco stained bottoms?
Yeah.
They were worse than Laura O'Donnell. Like, oh, my God.
Which is a real shame because Dan Campbell's become somewhat of a national treasure, and now people are, picking him apart, and they're finding,
But that's what happens when you become national treasure.
It is,
they start fucking picking you apart.
I tell you what, Campbell, I know that you're a real rugged man. I would just take him up on the teeth whitening gimmick on this one. Wait till the season's over, but go ahead and do it.
Let me one of the reasons why I keep playing Monday Night Football. Do you know why? Because for the first time in a long time, I'll be able to watch the Packers on Monday Night Football versus the Saints because I don't have to be at fucking work at the crack of dawn. Packers.
And that's a game that you should be blessed that you get some Spencer Rattler or who's the other guy, Jake Hayner.
Yeah, he's benched though. Yeah, it's gonna be Rattler.
Yeah, that's gonna be that's a doozy for you.
So let me just to give you a little bit of idea as to the super late models and my track and the new surface and everything. Let me play a little bit. Damn it. Okay, here we go. Boom. This was what was happening at my track yesterday. Okay, we'll move this over there. We had practice from 5 till 9. This is Brandon's. He used to live in Brandon, Florida. Now he lives in, I think, Georgia. I know you've heard me talk about him many, many a times. The killer, Kyle Bronson.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Formerly sponsored by Brandon Ford.
Yes.
Man, that gives me a boner. And let me look at this. Didn't fucking even crack the throttle going into one. Now, Seth, I'm working on. I used to have a 2-seater, and I'm working on getting another 2-seater. But would you get on? Would you do a ride along with this?
What am I? Who was in there?
There's a race car driver in this car right here.
Right.
And he's reaching. But
Who's
by the
this
time,
jabron taking socials? Who's this guy? Is this One-Eyed Billy?
No, this is Kyle Bronson, the killer. The killer, Kyle Bronson. He's originally from Brandon, Florida. Now he lives in Georgia.
Say no more.
And he is one of my... I know a lot of these guys, but this guy's probably one of my closest friends on the circuit. And let me, a lot of them didn't have their cars lettered up because this is all preseason practice.
How do you get that nickname?
I don't know. I don't think he shot and killed an unarmed man. Now, Seth, talk about balls.
Dude, that's an open wheel chassis if I've ever seen one.
No, that's a Longhorn chassis.
That's a Longhorn chassis.
He's over 100 miles an hour when you see him.
You should have seen me at 275 today. I hit fucking 80 in the Fusion.
You did.
Oh,
so
God, yeah.
Those new tires and brakes you got from Rubber City.
Dude,
Rubber City.
I was honking at people. Like, just people are going 40. I mean, get the fuck out of the way. I'm ready for work.
Well, I had 2 going. Let me hear.
Smooth. Looks good.
Oh, it looks good. And let me to tell you, because I know what to look for. The track now, we've added all this extra banking and material, so now you can see that back in the day the late models wouldn't throw any dirt on the wall. You only get dirt on the wall when you're getting up high. And so as you can see, this is early on in the night, already getting dirt on the wall, which means the groove is, you have brand new, raceable, really bonded and good material.
We 76, $20. Love the show. Dodgeball is the best.
What's that?
Weeze is the man. We sent some cards right to my house. That was pretty cool.
Wow. Thank you for taking care of the Kush. Let me think about this. You're going about 90 mile an hour right here, and if just at this stop at this particular at this particular picture, you're out of control sideways, are you not?
That's insane.
I mean, you're there, and then you're there. Then you bring it back around. I mean, that's a complete four-wheel drift. Look at this. And you're hoping that it sticks, so you don't smash that 6,000-pound concrete barrier. There's Brandon Overton, Lummy. Man, look at the car getting on the left rear here. Look at that left rear hike up. See, I don't even know, Lummy, like what the people are saying. Are the dirt model enthusiasts liking this?
Oh, they love it.
Oh, you don't know.
Absolutely love it.
Oh, by the way, this is Hudson O'Neal.
Oh, yes.
Hold on now. There's a story behind this, and I'm not going to verify it. Like, I'm not going to speculate it. But I'm one of the very few track owners in the world that has his own, radio show. So Kevin Rumley is world famous in the late model world, okay? And this is his car. Now, Hudson O'Neal does not drive for Kevin Rumley. He does not. He has before, but he's not the primary driver. The primary driver of Rumley just picks and chooses events that he goes to for the most part. But in February, guess who usually drives Rumley's cars? And the reason why...
Dick Trickle?
Not Dick Trickle. Dick Trickle. So, Rumley is world famous, and there'd be only one reason why he would ask Hudson to... His driver, obviously, I don't think can be here, but... He's asking Hudson.
The new deal, Hudson O'Neal?
This is, the new deal, Hudson O'Neal, 71. He said, hey, can you come down and test my car? Because my driver's a little busy, but my driver is going to race. Now, I don't know how many the late model Winter Nationals that start in late January and end at my track. Consist of, well, they actually ends at Volusia. It consists of, they do 3 nights in New Brunswick, Georgia. They do 3 nights in Alltech, which is Lake City, Florida. They do 5 nights at my place, and then they go on and do like 3 nights at Volusia. So within all those dates, it would be safe to assume that, and I'll tell you who drives. Yep, Boogie. Let me look at chat.
Yeah, Larson.
Look at chat and look what Boogie 1122 says.
Larson.
Kyle Larson, when he drives a late model, Kyle Larson drives for Kevin Rumley.
Nice.
So I'm not saying Larson's going to be at my track. He could be, but if Rumley, if you just kind of put 2 and 2 together, and I'm not the smartest knife in the drawer, or sharpest, I say, or smartest, but if you got Kevin Rumley, this is there were only 9 cars there. So if Kevin Rumley made it a point to come to my track and test, wouldn't one assume that Larson probably is going to be at my track a few nights?
Sure would be.
Man, would that be a draw?
Oh, that'd be huge.
Whew. Rhett, are you a dirt late model guy? Are you a racing guy?
Yeah, not as much as I was growing up. Like, I couldn't tell you the drivers and classes, as far as dirt racing goes, but I do enjoy it very much.
I mean, you're probably familiar with Larson being one of the most versatile guys that can jump in a Indy car and jump in a NASCAR and jump in a midget. Okay, I think Larson's a 2 or 3-time Chili Bowl champion.
Jump on iRacing, get himself in trouble.
It's easy.
Oh.
Easy. So here's the real deal. I'm sorry. Here's the new deal.
The new deal,
Hudson O'Neal.
Hudson
and
O'Neal.
let me, whose car is he testing?
The guy that's going to let Larson might
No, his name's
drive.
Kevin Rumley.
Kevin Rumley.
And who drives for Kevin Rumley usually?
Larson.
So if Kevin Rumley asks Hudson to come shake his car down for my track, one would assume that
Larson's going to be there.
There's a good chance Larson will be at Bubba Raceway Park.
That's badass.
Now, Rhett or Seth in the overall podcasting world, how big would it be if I could get him on a podcast?
I mean, you see the numbers that Tyler Erb and
Devin Moran
were doing. So Kyle Larson would be a huge get. I mean, our audience, I've said it before, I'll say it again, the racing stuff, we carve that niche out perfectly because people flock to it. Even the Tony Stewart stuff, people like to watch.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. This guy here, well, I forget what his name is, but he was fast all night long. This is early on.
Macho said it looks like a lot of Dr. Dan's kind of cars driving around.
No.
His shitty Tesla he has.
No. These are.
They look like Cybertrucks.
They look like Cybertrucks.
I kind of thought the same thing when I first started seeing them, but then the more Bubba played it, the more I realized they're not.
And I got a good woman, man. Most people would be so scared because it's very volatile.
Oh yeah.
When the car comes down here, man, I've seen guys crash into the wall here. Look where the merch crick's sitting.
Oh, just anywhere.
This is another day at my boyfriend's racetrack. This is early on, so they're having to lift the. This is Hudson O'Neill driving for Rumley. See, Lummy, you can see the wall. There's no dirt on the wall.
Nice.
How
many cars does he have?
Rumley?
Yes.
Well, he probably only has 2.
Okay. I didn't know how many he brought to the track.
1.
Oh, Gene wants to know what we're eating at the white party.
We have to have. He can't go 1 hour without eating. I tell him Bubba didn't really plan on having any food.
Okay.
Tell him to grab us some of those donuts. Like normally, they might even give them to him for free because they're probably so old at 8 o'clock at night.
Bubba says, just go. Have already eaten. I mean, don't you guys agree, man? By the way, the great Dick Trickle. If you look at my screen, somebody actually got Dick Trickle to hold a can or a container of Bubba's chicken dip when we were selling it.
Nice.
Didn't Dick Trickle kill himself?
Oh God! Don't tell me that.
Oh, come on, Seth. You're bringing up Dick
don't
Trickle
tell
like
me.
that?
Don't tell me that, man.
I think he did.
No.
Man, poor Dick Trickle.
Hey,
no.
Good morning, Alexa. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. In honor of National Hard Candy Day, here's a joke. What does it do before it rains candy? It sprinkles.
That's pretty good.
Should throw you across the fucking room for that.
Oh, well, looks like he died in Booger City, North Carolina.
Of
suicide by gunshot.
Wow, Seth.
At the age of 71.
Only name that you know so that you could be somewhat topical in a NASCAR discussion as you bring out the great Dick
No, I know
Trickle.
the boss, Richard Petty.
He ain't the boss. He's the king.
Okay, what the fuck's the difference?
Well, there's a lot of difference. There's really nobody. I don't think there's anybody in racing called the boss.
Okay, well, my apologies. It's not like I called him Home Slice. I said he's the fucking boss. I thought that's what he was, the boss, Richard Petty.
No,
the
he's
stupid big fucking hat.
He's the king.
Okay, well.
He's the king. Do you know? Okay, let's just see how much. Let's just see how much you know. And chat, please don't help him.
Oh, I don't have it up.
Let me have my. All right.
My mouse.
Might be the king, but he's a cheater.
Yeah, he was a known cheater.
They were running an engine twice the size of everybody else.
That's right.
Back in the day, they really didn't have tech, so these guys would come out with like 350s. Richard Petty would have like a 507 in his car, like literally. And if you remember, like back when Petty would drive, he would lap the entire field, clear up until like second place.
Smoking guys, it was hilarious.
He'd be 4 laps ahead of everybody.
There was a racer with the nickname Boss.
Who?
His name was Jeff the Boss.
Well, Jeff the Boss.
Yeah.
All right, let me just go off the top of my head. Who is the Intimidator, Seth? The Intimidator.
Dale.
Oh, nice. Who was Smoke?
Tony.
Wow. Who was the Rainbow Warrior?
Jeff Gordon.
Oh. I mean, I think we stop at that point. You dropped the fucking mic, kid.
I dropped it?
Yeah. So,
You know, Bubba, I sit in your chair for 2 days this week, and all of a sudden, through osmosis, I become a redneck. It's fucking awesome.
Well, now, am I a redneck?
No, God, no. I just was trying to be whimsical.
But if I am a redneck, then I'll own it if I'm a redneck.
Yeah, you're a redneck. I thought that's what this whole
You
show.
don't have to be a redneck to do redneck shit.
Yeah, I thought this whole show was based on you being a redneck.
I'm not a redneck. I just kind of like am a dude's dude. Like, I don't chew tobacco and drink whiskey and drive a pickup truck. I have a pickup truck, but I don't drive it in mudding events, and I don't have a Yeti cooler in the back.
You're a Southern guy who likes to do Southern things.
But I'm
that's
not
a redneck.
I'm a Midwestern who's in the South that does manly shit.
Warsaw might as well be the Deep South, Bubba. From the footage I've seen of what you've taken and what I saw when Colton was going around there trying to see if anybody knows you, it looks like it could be a rural town in Mississippi.
Well, that's kind of the rule in Florida. The further north you go, it's almost like the further south you go in a way.
Further price, $20.
You're right. And then Florida flip flops like in Orlando, and then it's like the further north you go. So the further south past Orlando, like let's just face it, Boca and West Palm Beach, and that's just basically like little New York. You know what I'm saying? That's New York people with money. Right? Like,
Captain Grump is $10.
All of West Palm Beach.
Is it the place where Robert Kraft got caught with getting the happy ending? That was where a lot of rich people.
I think that was West Palm Beach-ish.
I think you may be right.
And that's again.
Doesn't Howard Stern live there around there or something?
Well, he has a huge. I think Howard Stern has a $60 million mansion on West Palm Beach.
Jeez.
So yes, I think the people that lived in the Hamptons, Lummy, during the summertime. Okay, so you live in New York, right? If you're really rich like Howard, I know. That. By the way, Lummy, maybe tomorrow I got another birthday. I got a Christmas card from Howard, and Howard's a grandpa now.
Nice.
And it had a picture of him holding his grandbaby, and him and Seth, and it says, Grandpa, Beth, and Howard Stern. So, thank you very much for the Christmas card.
It had like his picture on the card.
Had him holding the baby
on the card.
Yes,
interesting.
Had him him and his wife kind of co-holding the baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I always Howard and I don't talk much, but we email a lot, and I always get a birthday and a Christmas card from him, which is kind of cool. But if you notice, like people, like for instance, Howard represents the really, really rich of New York. When he used to do a daily show, well, all through the years of K-Rock, I forget how many years he was on, he did his show from a studio in New York. While he lived and did studios in New York, he had a Fifth Avenue penthouse apartment. Then, after he got his serious money, he started renting a place in the sun. So New Yorkers usually work all spring and summer long in the city, and then they have a weekend Hamptons home. That's where they go and spend their weekends, is the Hamptons. And then, Lummy, if they're really rich, they'll spend the weekends in the Hamptons during the summer, but then come wintertime, they come to their Florida mansion in West Palm Beach.
Nice.
So most really, 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 rich New Yorkers have a place in Manhattan, like a penthouse apartment, a weekend resort in the Hamptons, and then a winter resort in Florida. That's how, the real rich do it. Here in Florida, we...
Neil Malpa's here, $20. Go, Pack, go.
We have just a regular place we live in, and maybe a pop-up camper that we can take somewhere.
Well, I think the dream is if you're rich in Florida, or at least what I've seen, I saw the blueprint for the DeBartolos and I liked it, is you live here 9 months out of the year, and then when it gets excruciatingly hot in the summer, you live in L.A.
Well, I think, I'll do you one better. I'll give you the temple of John Morgan. John Morgan's primary residency is, I think, Winter. I don't know if it's Windermere or
Winter Park, Windermere,
something like that. Big mansion.
Windermere's where a lot of rich people live.
Okay, let's call it that because I think that's what it is.
Okay.
So when he's in Orlando, he's in Windermere. But while he's in Orlando, he's got a beach house in New Smyrna. Because you just can't spend the weekend, Seth, in Windermere where there's no big ocean, right?
Right.
So he goes over to New Smyrna. He's got a place there. Then, right after Christmas, he goes to Hawaii. And he spends, I think, 100. He's got it down like clockwork. He spends 100. He spends as many days. He spends the least amount of days in Florida that is required to be a resident. And there's actually a number. Let me look it up. You have to spend X amount of days in Florida to be considered a full-time resident. So he then goes to Hawaii and spends up until, I don't know, I think he gives himself a 2 or 3 week buffer.
183 days.
So he has to stay 183 days in Florida, Seth. And so that he's got it all mapped out.
What is that, like half the year? That's not bad.
So he spends 183 days in Florida. Then he goes to Hawaii and spends I think January, February, March. Then he usually comes back to Orlando, and then he has a house in New Hampshire or Vermont or somewhere in the real fancy New England, area. And he spends a little bit of time there too. So he's got his main house in Orlando, his beach house in New Smyrna, his big mansion in Hawaii, and then another one in I think it might be New Hampshire.
I think that's good. Why make all this money if you can't fucking revel in it?
How cool would that be? That would be so cool. And Lummy, he's the face of the firm, but John Morgan's not doing any fucking trial work.
No.
In fact, a lot of times, he's got I think, is it 1,000 or 500 attorneys? I don't know. Morgan & Morgan is the largest personal injury firm, I don't know, in the world or in America. And so, he's got and so a lot of times John Morgan will come in on the last couple days of the trial and sit with counsel and just because he's a fucking rock star. And juries are persuaded somewhat by celebrity.
1,000 lawyers, 3,000 employees.
3,000 employees.
And 1,000 lawyers.
And 1,000 lawyers. Next week, Monday's the 23rd?
Yes.
I may go over there and see if I can have lunch with him and John and Demo and give their rings to them.
Oh, nice.
Because, obviously the BARP rings are here.
Yes, they are.
And I'm trying to get them out to the people that are not going to be at the party so I don't have such a mailing nightmare with people that don't attend or for some reason miss the party, and then I have to get your ring to you because you deserve it and you've earned it. And by the way, I think did Merch Crick do a video, Lummy, on I forget what page of people that she's looking for still? We still got people. We got people from 2018. I don't know if they've died.
Oh, geez.
Or they just have fell out of favor. I think probably the majority of them have fell out of favor on the show.
Not Cherryhead. He was there first day.
Yeah, I think Cherryhead, we actually got Cherryhead's
sent out to him?
Out to him.
Nice.
So if you're a person that is due a BARP ring, and you would know if you qualified or not, and you didn't get it, email us. What's our email, Lummy?
Which one do you want?
Contenthouse@gmail.com.
No,
which one is it?
Just show at BubbaArmyHQ.com.
Show at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Now, a lot of that I get a copy of all that, but I don't read it because I figured I think it goes to you and a couple other people, doesn't it?
Yes, me, Macho.
Did you see that one we got a couple of days ago that literally, as soon as I opened it up, I got a headache?
There's been a couple of those, but I think I know which one you're talking about.
81390 Bubba.
The super long one?
The phone lines seem to be have been brisk.
Was that the one about Jesus?
Yeah, I got into it, Lummy, and I was like, this is like if it's past like 6 lines long, I can't get through it. I mean, it could literally be like the winning lotto numbers at the very bottom, and I'm not gonna be able to.
I know people. Here's if you're going to email Bubba, if you've been a listener for 30 plus years, you don't have to go into the 30 years of everything you remember about his show before you ask the question. I think that's a big part of it. Is people get very excited, they start going through all the memories, and then they got a 9-page email before we really know what they want.
No,
I think it's easy. I think it's best just to say, hey, been listening to the show since blam. And, that's it. Been listening to the show since the Howard days. Recently stumbled upon you on Facebook. And then blam, what you want or what you need. What were you going to say? Let me, before I so rudely interrupt you.
No, I thought it was the email that was like 2 pages of the guy that got into the car accident.
Yeah, I think that's the one. Does he need help? Does he need a go? What? At the end of the day, Lummy, I know you have to read them all because you're the EP. What did he want? Did he just want us to say we're sorry you got in a car wreck and we're here for you and we're going to put on the best possible show we possibly can for you, buddy, and we love you? Or do you need a GoFundMe deal, or what do you need?
Well, I mean, the accident happened in 2023. He didn't really say what he wanted. He kind of just described it, and then that's it.
We're sorry for your accident, my friend. We hope you have continued progress and getting better. Hello, who's this?
Hey, Bubba, this is Bubba's Ass Towel.
Hi, Bubba's Ass Towel. How are you?
Not too bad. About the rings, Merch Crick put a list out a while back that listed one of the rings as Bubba's ass.
Well, where's she? Hold on, Bubba's Ass Towel. Where did she post this at, my friend, so I can direct people there?
It was Facebook, but it was probably 4 or 5 months ago.
Oh, okay. Was it
and
our
I contacted her.
Yeah, it was in the groups and stuff. She posted it.
And I contacted her, let her know that your former engineer, whose name should not be mentioned, contacted me and said that my name was too long to put on a ring, asked me what I wanted, so I just told him Ray. I received my ring, but apparently he still gave you the other name to have another ring made. So you've actually got 2 that were supposed to be mine.
Well, now hold on. Here's the deal. So you got Bubba's ass.
I get one.
You got Bubba's Ass Towel and Ray. So we made 2.
Yeah, and I got my one that says Ray. I received it real quick, like Merch Crick always does. She's right on top of it.
So
I want to let you know at least one of those is a waste because of your former engineer.
Well, how about this? How about I send you Bubba's Ass Towel and you send me back Ray?
I can do that.
That way I have a Ray that I can get,
You don't want this guy. You don't want him to keep both.
No, you know what?
Wheeling and dealing.
No. I don't need both rings.
But you know what,
Bubba? Send Ray back?
No. Upon further review from the Jew, and that's what he's there for. See, he's there to make sure that I'm not getting a little too greedy.
We don't have any Rays. We don't have. I know a lot of. We have all of our listeners. Categorized by names. We don't have any Rays right now.
And here's the deal. All I'm going to do is offer these rings to pre-existing people that qualified and have already rings. I'm just not going to take. If we have a ring that remains unclaimed, I'm not just going to give it or auction it away to a person who didn't earn it. You know what I'm saying? That gives no incentive for those. It makes it less special. But what I can do is I can offer it to people that are Bubba Army royalty who qualified and offer it to them if they'd like to have another ring. So, but here's the thing, Ray. I'm going to do an about face, and I'm going to say keep the Ray, and I'll also be sending you the Bubba's Ass Towel too. I'm going to send you both, buddy.
Yeah, because it said Bubba's ass because he said he can only get so many letters on it.
All right, well,
so
I'm gonna.
And I hated missing the BART that year. My mother passed away that day.
I'm sorry.
All right,
so I wasn't able to make it.
Did you qualify for this year?
No, I haven't been able to. It's, the economy's down a little bit.
Oh, so come on down!
I haven't.
John Godot, $20.
Here's the deal. I'm going to get the Bubba's Ass Towel to you as well, Ray, just so that you have both, because realistically, Bubba's Ass Towel, Bubba's ass, it's only good for one person, and that's you. Just consider it an extra little gift. You got 2 now, my friend. And that's what I'm going to do with the extra rings is offer it to, offer it to the people that continue to support the show.
Well, I appreciate it, Bubba. I've been listening to you since I found you on Sirius. I lost you for a little bit there when you left Sirius, but I found you shortly thereafter when you were online with the Bone.
All I can ask you is to continue to, watch us and participate as you can. And more importantly, subscribe and get notifications for our YouTube channel. That's what we're really pushing hard. And and maybe spread the word amongst some of your other friends that who your favorite show is.
I do all the time. I drive a truck, and every time I talk with somebody, I'm like, if you guys are looking for something to listen to, find Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Tell them YouTube, okay?
Always.
Thank you, Ray. Bubba's Ass Towel. I'll have the merch. Let me remind me or send a message to the merch crick that Bubba's Ass Towel /Ray. We're going to go ahead and send that Bubba's Ass Towel ring to him.
Okay.
Hey, I'll send you like 10, 15, 20 Bubba Army QR code bumper stickers that you can sneak on some Flying J or Pilot gas pumps, my friend.
I'll be happy to do it.
Thank you, buddy.
Yep.
Hey, Lummy, you know who's obsessed with sticking our stickers all around town?
Ty J.
And who's going to tell him no?
Nobody.
Who's going to walk up and say, "Sir, I'm an attendant here at Wawa, and I saw you. I noticed that you put a Bubba Army sticker on the pump, and that's not cool." Man,
I think the only stickers that anybody ever had a problem with was with the Joe Biden ones where they said, "I did this," and he was pointing at the high gas prices. I remember those people.
I never saw that, but that's genius.
You never saw those at all?
No.
Oh, yeah, those are going around, and then people started taking them down. So
you know what the MAGA people should put as gas continues to decline, and Lummy, that the orange man knows how to play the game, and what really makes Americans happy is cheap gas. And so when Trump opens up the pipeline, frack baby frack, drill baby drill, and we get gas down to $2.25, there needs to be stickers with the orange man saying, "I did this as well."
Well, I created like a year ago, I think a year ago, I went with Rick. But Rick, we couldn't get the little sticker part down, but I created one with Trump pointing to it, said I didn't do this with our QR code, but they weren't sticking to the gas pumps good enough.
Look at that. Lummy was already had something in development years ago.
I know, R&D. That's the EP in him, my friend.
But the stickers weren't sticking to that gas pump.
81390 Bubba. I think Rainbow Rick or Will making me some signs for the racetrack, Lummy, that we put on the fence that said "Dirt clods can hit you in the face. You can enter at your own risk." So we got some of those signs coming up for January and February Winter Nationals. Hello.
Hey, Bob, I'm Mike from New Jersey. How are you?
Hi, I'm Mike from Jersey. What's up, bud?
Hey, question for you. Going back real far, whatever happened to that guy Grover who used to write the songs for your show? He used to do some really wicked stuff for you guys.
I don't know, but goddamn, he was good.
You remember that stuff he used to write?
Oh,
he was throwing out of the park with Hatley and all that stuff. He had he could just bring it in, man. That guy, he disappeared off the face of the earth. I'd like to Howard and you guys.
I'd love to find him because he was borderline almost good enough to maybe be a rapper for a living.
Yeah,
he was. That's how good the guy was.
Let me see if you can find me an old Grover deal. I don't care if it's about Manson or Spot. I don't give a fuck. I think, didn't he do...
That guy turned into Kendrick Lamar, Bubba.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, yes.
I do think... I think that there was another one, Lummy, that Wags turned me on to, and he was brand new. He's a Jewish kid, white kid. And I forget his name now, but we were one of the very first people to play him.
Asher Roth?
No. We were one of the very first people to play him. And I think for a while he was super appreciative because we had, this huge thumbprint with Sirius XM and we were supporting him. Not supporting him financially, but we were playing his music when nobody else would. And I think he kind of blew up to be somebody kind of important, but I need to find out who that person is. Wags may knew who he is. Wags is the one that turned me on to this kid. He's a white kid. He kind of looks like a Jewish Beastie Boys kind of guy. And early on, we played his stuff. Let me find me some Grover too.
I sent you Bubba's Getting Hungry.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hungry.
All right, man. Hey, man. Mike from Jersey.
Quick, I'll let you roll. Just one more thing. If if you can get me with the merch card, give me some. Bubba Army's strong up here in New Jersey. Get me some of them stickers. If I can get them mailed to me, man, I got guys that'll throw those things all over the place. You guys are strong in New Jersey.
Some of them stickers. Hey, listen.
I know you guys bag on us, but we love you, man. Everybody up here loves you guys.
We love you too. Do me a favor. Email me show@thebubbaarmy.com. And just say, hey, this is Mike from Jersey. I need
Include a picture of your cock.
No.
You got it, Seth.
I don't. Thank you, sir.
No cock pics.
I mean, I don't go through the emails. I don't give a damn.
And just let us know that you need a pile full of stickers, and the merch crick will get it over to you. All right.
All right, boys. Enjoy your holiday.
All right, you too as well.
So there's one Grover under Button Bar.
Thank you. I'm going to play it next.
Those guys from Jersey love dick comments, Bubba.
Oh, they do?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, they're real men up
I'm
there.
not familiar with them like you
Yeah, but they
are.
were dealing with the drone situation. I mean, they like to have a little cock humor.
Hello?
Hey, Bubba, Las Vegas Mario. How you guys doing today?
Hey,
Sorry,
man.
I'm calling twice.
What's going on, bud?
Nothing much. I just want to say two things really quick, and then I'll get out to let everybody else get in there. But first thing, man, I was on Instagram because I'm friends with her, and Mamet's girlfriend, I thought you were just, like, blowing smoke, but
oh
my God, Howard had a holiday party, and oh, my God, she was stunning in this dress.
Mamet,
Wish I can find it. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, do so. Mamet's girlfriend is just fucking strikingly model beautiful.
Oh, my God. Let me get a mix in with her and the merch crick. I'll die a happy man.
And the merch crick, too.
Put your penis back,
We
Mario.
can set up one half of that.
Wow.
No, I'm okay, brother. Hey, and one more thing, Bubba, a question. If everybody was on protection on your staff, can they would you be able to, like, if they said, hey, what's one thing that annoys you about Bubba, would you be able to decipher who said what?
Oh, yeah, I could.
Yeah, we would do that.
Really?
Yeah, I
I
could.
don't think you would. Maybe Lummy would be like,
bullshit.
I like Bubba. He's great.
Bullshit.
Well, of
We'll
course.
do it. We'll do it today before we end, and you'll be able to see that even though you're on protection, here's the deal. When you're a caller and you're on protection, you've not probably called enough, and we don't know you. But when you work with a guy or a person, as much as we work with people, then you just know.
Mario, I bet that if Bubba had us just write down what we didn't like about him and turn it in, he would still be able to decipher who submitted each message. So I feel like
even if Dan and
maybe everybody types out what they don't like about me, or and then it's just typed.
Well, that can't be good for your confidence.
For my mental state.
Yeah, but
yeah, I mean, no. Here's the deal.
What annoys you about Bubba?
Well, here's the deal. Like, I think that's causing like a division amongst us right out of the bat, because I'm going to take it personal.
Oh.
And like, not every boss is perfect. And so I'm sure that, within the world that we live in here, I do, and most people here have worked in radio and stuff, and they know that this is, yes, probably me as, personally could change some things that probably maybe rub people the wrong way. But I think overall, everybody's fairly content because we have kind of a loosely knit atmosphere here where I don't micromanage. I mean, I think you guys would agree on that. I mean, I ask for things to get done and have some suggestion things, but I don't like Seth. I'm not all up your ass on your podcasting at all. I know that you got it, and if you need me for anything or have a question about something or something like that,
I'm ready for the Right on Red launch.
And like Lummy, when you when you guys wanted to do the dodgeball. Seth got a hold of the EP. The EP got a hold of me. Got a hold of me at a bad time. But
yeah, well, you're on the skid steer, right?
But at the end of the day, Lummy, I didn't because it wasn't my idea. I didn't shoot it down, and I told you to buy what you needed, and I will pay you back. So,
Yeah, I got to send that to you.
Oh shit, Lummy, you're out for the costumes?
Lummy, send that to me, and Lummy, I am the best at
selling. I just haven't done it.
Lummy, a lot of times I'll like when I ask you to stop by and get me a monster.
Oh yeah,
I'll sell it to you before you know.
Are you up for giving $100 cash prize to the winning team, Bubba?
No, that wasn't presented to me.
Well,
my
what
friend.
I just did.
Upon review now. No.
Okay, well, I know that you were helped the shuffleboard championship out, and I just thought maybe you might want to help the dodgeball championship out too. We'll get a sponsor next year.
December's a little skinny for us just because of so we're trying.
I know my $25 white rhino present's going to be about $16. I hope that's okay.
Gene wants to know, does he need to wear just all white?
No. Tell Gene to wear regular his a spring.
Don't tell him to wear all white, Bubba.
No.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
Does he not listen to the show?
Yeah, I don't think he knows we're on right now, but yeah.
Gene in all white? I mean, come
Just
on.
tell him dress normally.
I said wear regular clothes, but white if you want.
Yeah. So anyway, Gene, Las Vegas Mario, quit trying to break up my great team here.
Semi-Glass Travis,
I'm not.
$100.
I just wanted to see what annoys you about Bubba. I just want to see maybe some stuff. So
Semi-auto.
of his
Mara, you're upsetting me right now. I gotta
What?
let you go.
Mario's the man.
Mara, you're trying to have me ask my employees to do no, it's not a bit. You have to understand that I have to be in the proper mindset here to do this show, and if I got 7 anonymous slips of paper of 7 different fucking things I do wrong, I don't think that's healthy for the show.
No, annoying. Not what you do wrong, just annoying. Like, hey, Bubba always has to have a drink of cold water. I hate that Bubba always makes me says that he told me in a meeting.
If you're that fucking sensitive, then you don't need to be here. If the drinking of cold water,
Mario, you're gonna get us all canned. I was on your side, and now we're on the verge of being homeless.
Lummy, if I get a fucking slip saying Bubba having to have a drink of cold water really fucking rubs me the wrong way, then I'm going to say to that employee, get the fuck out of here.
You did have people start your car back in the day. That's all.
But we're not back in the fucking day anymore. How many fucking people in this building right now have I asked you to go start my car and have it ready for me to pull
the Merch Crick.
No, nowadays? Oh, no.
Now, Lummy, you know what? I can
Erica
see.
has the car ready with the fucking trunk full of snacks for you.
I can see where Lummy could be a little annoyed because when we get big time shipments of merchandise, some of the guys, a lot of times I'll ask them to carry the big box upstairs. But I mean, in the overall scheme of things, of guys that are out digging ditches and doing real manual labor, I think playing radio for 4 or 5 hours and maybe having to carry a box or 2 upstairs is really not up and beyond an unreasonable act. An ask, I should say.
I was trying to make a bit.
No, you're just hey Mario, I love you to death. Leave the bits to us, okay, buddy?
I got you. All right.
See you later.
Just DM me your ideas, Mario. I can filter them.
See, and then I have that right there, constant behind my backness. Hello.
Hey, Bubba, great news.
How about this? How about this? How about I write everything that fucking annoys me about you guys?
Well, I wasn't all about the idea, Bubba. And my note was going to say just nothing. So just so you know that.
All right, so
we would have known it was you.
Joe the Supermark says he has some exciting news. What do you got, buddy?
There's brand new food that just dropped right now at this very moment. Taco Bell just released brand new chicken nuggets. Any chance we get a year-end food review?
I could, but today, right after the show, I got to go to Tom Bean's for 3 hours. The Merch Crick's out seeing her dad. Merch Crick's got some insurance issues with her house. Lummy, do you know that she applied for a loan because her pole barn blew down, okay?
Yes.
Well, FEMA has a loan process where you can apply for a loan if your insurance company doesn't cover the cost of whatever, you can apply for a loan, and it's like 3% or something. Like, it's really good rates. So she applied. She got an estimate for a new pole barn because her other one literally has been deemed totaled. And so she got a call back yesterday. We're at the track, and it's FEMA, and she gets a call back, and it says, "This is FEMA automated message letting you know that your loan was approved, but the government has ran out of money, and you
nice.
and so you don't have to resubmit your loan, but Congress is going to meet and try to put more funding into the FEMA loan." Now, this isn't free money. This isn't a grant that they give you, like a PPP. This is, you borrow $50,000 and you get a really good rate, but you immediately, within 60 days, are on an installment program paying it back. So this is not free money. It's a loan. So to me, if somebody's got got a legitimate insurance claim, now in order to have been approved for this loan, you had to have your insurance company, fill some shit out. You had to fill some shit out. You had to get an appraiser. You had to get a quote from a contractor as to what a new building would cost. So she's been working on this a lot, only to be told that Congress should never run out of money when it comes to loaning people money during natural disasters. Yeah. Like, you should never run out of fucking money with that. Now, I can see you running out of money if Congress is giving you free money. Dear, Eric McGillicuddy, the $52,000 grant of free money that we've been handing out to everybody else but you is no longer available because we don't have any more free money. But, disaster loans you should never run out of that money.
Nope.
So now what are you saying? What's new? Oh. So anyway, Joe, today I'm covered up, meaning I can't do it. Tomorrow I might be able to do it, and I could edit it myself. And then as long as Rhett thumbnailed it, which Rhett, if I had it up and edited, and all you had to do is thumbnailing it, that big of a deal? If I was to put up a food review tomorrow?
No.
Okay. So you know what, Joe? I might try to do one tomorrow because I'm going to be at the track on Saturday and Sunday.
I think the Taco Bell's a good idea, though. I think I sent Lummy that earlier in the week that I thought that could be something good.
Yeah. I saw there was this, I'm not even going to give them any credit, but there's this group of guys who break down podcasts, and they have 1,200 or 1,300 followers. And Lummy, they were breaking down my food reviews, just making fun of me and doing all this kind of stuff. And I guess when I put my hands on my face and take my glasses off, I have the standard procedure where I take my glasses off and put my hands on my face. And what I try to do is just take a big, deep breath and just really try to clear my whole psyche, if I will.
Your chakra.
And they call it, I think they call that beefing. And they were making, look at Bubba, he's going to beef. Bubba's going to beef. Look at him. Oh, yeah, he's beefing. I guess that's called beefing.
Should we get these guys on the show?
No.
Are they? Wait.
Don't you only put people on your show that have, kind of similar numbers than you do? And that you don't you don't acknowledge.
We just did
the jobber. No, I didn't mention their name.
I don't even know.
I didn't mention anything. I just said some dudes.
I think that if they've got stuff to say about your food review, I think they should come on the air and say it to your face.
No, that's what they're looking for. Clout. They're chasing me to talk about them, just like another radio personality in town. Why do you think he said the things he said about the Merch Crick? So knowing that I would absolutely go batshit crazy, and people might try to go find him. To me, it sounds pretty fucking pathetic because as much as you made fun of me going digital in 17 and you're Johnny Terrestrial, it look where you're trying to head, my friend. Exactly.
Do you think he had that caller call in?
Boy, I hope not. I hope that wasn't a staged caller because the things that he said were very problematic. You can't call somebody, if a police officer that shoots a person and kills them, suicide by cop in the line of duty, you cannot call them a dangerous lunatic that shot a woman, that shot an unarmed woman. You can't slander, malice, libel, defamation. You can't call a police officer that shot a person in the line of duty. You can't basically call them a murderer. You can't. And if you do, you're going to have some problems. So I hope
that all the time in chat.
I hope that he didn't stage that call, because if I was management, I would tell him to stay so far away from that subject. You got lucky and didn't get arrested. So I'd leave well enough alone if I was him. But I guess he's established himself as being untouchable. He can. It looks like he can do anything he wants. So
he got an hour of real estate on your show out of it, and then the next day when you weren't on, he got like in the morning. I don't watch him. I don't know nothing, but I know that he had 1,000 viewers on YouTube, and he usually only has 500.
Right. Well, that's great.
So,
it worked. He got me again. We'll see. You know what? This is a war, not a battle, my friend. Anyway, Joe, have a very Merry Christmas. Now, Joe, can I ask you a question? Do you ever get out of your bed ever?
I can't put my legs down. It's so much nerve damage in my legs that if I put my legs down and then I have lymphedema, my legs, all the lymph will just pull down in my legs, and my legs will triple in size.
I know, but don't you get bed sores and like literally?
Do they let you get fresh air? Like, do they take you outside or anything?
No, I'm just in my room by myself all day, 24 hours a day, and it's awesome. I got my room dark and cold, just the way Bubba keeps the studio.
I know, but what do you do all day?
I am constantly busy doing something. Like, this is nonstop.
Do you literally consume every piece of content we put out?
Oh God, yes, and multiple times over. Over on as many platforms as possible.
So you're like, you'll go to, you probably, I'm assuming, download every podcast. I'm assuming.
Yep.
Every answer.
Even Tig's bits.
All right, so as much as people don't like Joe the Supermark, he might be the one person that literally listens and watches everything. So within the podcasting world, Seth, if I may, can I ask his opinion of our roster of podcasting?
Yeah, sure.
So what go through them and give me your opinions of, like, Tig's bits. What about them?
Well, can I just start on Monday? The Uncensored Show is obviously number one. It's always the best. Clement Kush was always awesome because you guys get on such a real tip. And then if we're doing Operation Pigmentation, Rio is a star. Rio is the star of the show. He is so awesome, and his takes on life are just like, I remember I was in jail with some guys like that. And their takes on life are so real and so different than anything.
Well, Rio has done real time like that. Maybe that's why you can use the analogy that when you were in jail, Rio kind of reminds me of some cool ass brother in jail.
Yeah, it's just what they know, and their common sense theories on things is just mind blowing. Of why I can't even think like that, I don't know. And then Loner and Stoner, Colton kicks ass. And then when Tuttle gets mad, it's entertaining. And then when he's not mad, it's not. And we talked about Tigs and Bits. I'm sorry. My blood boils when I listen to Tigs and Bits.
Why?
Or Tigs Bits, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. It seems like this. I did an imitation once of what Tigs Bits sounds like in my head. And it sounds like, hey, man, today we're going to have a hell of a show, man. We're going to talk about this and that. We're going to do that. Hey, man, what about, well, I done listen to Bubba the Love Sponge today, and I done tell you I heard some crazy stuff on there. We're going to talk about that today. And it's all what we're going to talk about, When are we going to talk about it? Like, can we start now?
So you're saying a lot of teasing and not a lot of substance to talking about.
Exactly.
Okay.
No, I mean,
that's constructive.
Lassie, the one-man posse, he's awesome. The characters are what they are. But to me, I don't like the Monsters. I never liked the Monsters. And to me, that sounds like more of the Monsters, just hilljacking radio to me. And it's not even radio. It's just really guys talking. But I don't want to be negative, so let me stop on that. I do miss the Ford show so much. I can't believe Seth introduced us to the Ford show, and it was awesome. Saturday morning, I'd wake up and I'd put that on, and it was just something so different.
Yeah, well, I think Seth feels as if it was maybe too wrestler centric, or
it wasn't. It wasn't getting any numbers. And he was a lot to deal with.
It wasn't just listen. You might have been the only person listening, my friend.
But I mean, he still does a show. Like, I'm sure Joe's aware of the Ford show, and he's still doing his thing. So I mean, it's not like I made the guy stop creating content. It just wasn't working.
We're just not distributing his portion, but he's still doing it on his own.
Right, like I'll give people a chance, but I mean, if it doesn't take off. Like it doesn't take off.
Right. All right, Joe.
The wrestling show used to drive me crazy with Seth and Gary because they were so far off on so many things that I would just sit here wanting to throw my remote through the television.
Well, that's why we stopped doing
on
it.
I know, but I was still listening. Just know, like Bubba said, I consume every piece of content, no matter what it is, even if it's Seth Solo. I'm still a little upset that I'm blocked on Instagram. That's more Bubba Army content that I'm missing, that I don't want to be missing. But maybe one of these days you'll find it in your heart, Seth, to unblock me.
Okay. Well,
hey, Seth, can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
Joe sent me a letter, said all he wants for Christmas is to get unblocked from Instagram.
I know. I understand. Let me get on there now and see what I can do. There's probably a long list of people who are blocked.
Merry Christmas. Seth.
Merry Christmas.
Seth may hold on. Seth might be able to unblock you for Instagram for your Christmas present. Okay.
And if I give Seth a happy Hanukkah, I'm sure he could definitely do it.
Right. The over-the-top Jewish Hanukkah really works well with him.
All right, buddy, you're unblocked. I just did it, okay?
He just unblocked you there, buddy. Now listen.
Awesome.
Do not fuck with the ladies. Bob Cook just said in chat you like to somehow always worm your way into fucking with the chicks.
No.
Stop.
Let's clear this up before the end of the year, because there is people that go into Dark Match Steve's chat and possibly even your own chat, and they pretend to be me under fake screen names. I have one screen name on YouTube. I am Joe Lupian. That is my real name. Hello, that's all I got. I'm not making fake names. I'm not talking to Tina. I'm not talking to Stacey G. I'm not talking to any of these people that come out and say, oh, you should have seen what Joe said to me the other. Oh, he's so rude. He's so awful. When these people, when Dark Match Steve is streaming, I'm watching wrestling. That's all I care about is watching wrestling at 8 o'clock at night. I'm not looking at his stream. I'm not in his chat. I don't have any fake accounts. So all the ladies and all these little stories, they can drop all that because I don't talk to any of them or anybody.
So you're saying it's people that are impersonating you?
Yeah, there's one guy on Dark Match Steve stream, Junior Coltrane, and they are sold that it is me. They are 100% believing 100% that it's me.
Why don't you troll the haters of our program? And there's a lot of those. Why don't you fuck with them? That's who you need to fuck with.
I do, and that's what I do on my Twitch stream.
All right.
I call them all in. Let's go. Toe to toe, because I can out-talk anybody. I can talk people in circles. I learn from the best.
All right, my man. So listen, we got to get going, and appreciate your insight, and Merry Christmas. You're not blocked on Instagram anymore.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. God bless.
Bye-bye.
What a world you've created, Sponjo.
Thank you.
I mean, you've got people that are impersonating your listeners. I mean, they're going on to streams that some of your biggest fans are doing. I mean, it's just what a web, man. No other radio show has this kind of nonsense going on.
So, remember the guy mentioned Grover? Is there somehow we can try to track him down? I don't know how we would.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a tough one.
Let me give you just an example.
Could you start with typing in Grover to Ask Jeeves and go from there?
Yeah, I didn't really work out too well.
Listen, this is now, Seth, you're familiar with good quality.
Yeah, that's
parody.
Bubba Sparks. That's
right.
Bubba Sparks beat Timberland made.
But you're good. You're good. You are up to speed on good parodies compared to bad parodies. And listen to how this guy is good. He was good.
Oh yeah. Bubba Radio Network, bitches. Oh, where's the mail?
Grover.
I mean, here's the deal. I love to eat food, and then I eat it more. At the pizza store, chewing till my teeth are sore. I shovel it inside of my mouth. I live in a mansion because I'm the size of a house. I'm not a skinny dude. Give me food, I'll frickin' drool. Use my belly button as a swimming pool. I'm huge and bro, I should start doing blow. Either that or reinforce the floors to the studio. There's not enough digits on the scale for my big put buffets out of business. Cause I'm never thin. I look like Artie's twin standing next to him, except I got an extra chin. My Bubba Army shirt, it fits just swell. That's cause it's a 26XL. I'm big as hell, but you gotta love me. There's a rumble in my tummy cause I'm getting hungry.
I'll just go to one more verse. And the burps are, obviously from beeps. We would burp instead of doing a beep during a curse word.
Yeah, I was eating lobster bisque. I thought my fingers were some sausages. I took a big bite and then I lost the chips. It's over the top. All the dough that I drop. Every time I gotta grocery shop, I don't know to stop. cause I'm heavy as bow wow. Pretty soon I'll be riding in the bed of my truck. I'm addicted to eat till the dish is complete. Chicken and beef, use the bones for picking my teeth. Stand back when the kid is eating. I'm busy feeding, I still go trick-or-treating. I'm too chunky, I can't be thin. I'll eat anything, I even like Ambien. I'm me rambling, watch me take the waiter. Punch him in the face with no ketchup on my baked potato.
I mean, pretty damn good, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, no, he's got. I mean, he does more than just rhyme. He's very layered.
You
so.
can completely Grover it up. Oh, this is. I think this is really good, Lummy.
Yeah,
because he took from my rap album. I think he took my chorus, and he said, "I love it when you call me Big Buck."
Yeah.
I did a song for Manson. Asked me to do when Manson would do parodies. A lot of times I would be the chorus. He'd have me come in and sing the chorus. Grover took that and made
cutest hookers and that
hookers.
They electrocute their pussies. When Spice has badge to enter, he never straps his member. He's the bareback Avenger. Ned likes him freaky and awful thick. The same way he likes his donkey dick. I want her tits and love her rack. I wanna suck her crack and do a two-fingered cul-de-sac to make her squirt. And
see, like, legitimately, he's a pretty damn good rapper. You know, not just. Yeah. I mean, he's brilliantly written.
And burn the fattest wheel. We're not done yet till I mash a meal and get my nut. Get up, slut. All right, I'm all through. Yo, Bubba, tell them what they like to.
Some ladies tonight, they will be having my baby. Bubba the Love Sponge, check what I'm bringing. Chilling with the crew, got my cell phone ringing. Freaks calling up and they hate to share me. They bear me with the freaky, hairy, scary. Ladies show up, cause I'll be here waiting, stating that I'm ready for some fun. You know, copy double mopping. I ain't stopping, I'm shopping. Need another bitch for clocking.
Grove to the R. Lose the panties, remove your bra. It's goddamn wrong when you dance along. The dick is getting stiff like a Manson song. It's not the big dick that screams the calls. I got a big dick and he's the balls. The Grover Bubba duet got you wet and Horace. Yo, Bubba, can I get the chorus?
Love it when you call me Big Bub.
So anyway, you get the gist of the Grover. And then I think he did one more, didn't he? I think there's several, but here's another. Here's another example here.
It's Bubba the Love Sponge, running game on the hosting.
Oh, this is his version of 40s and Blunts, right?
I think so. Yes.
I think he took it and kind of
cracking 40s with my crew, running game on the hosting. Cracking 40s with my crew. 40s and Blunts make my world go round. Make me bob my head to the phone sound. 40s and Blunts make my world go round. So I'm thinking to myself.
A lot of DJs try to emulate me, Lummy, in this town, but nobody's come up with a rap album yet.
No,
sold 10,000 copies before it got pulled. I should give myself like a gold record or something like that, Lummy. I don't know.
I take a microphone and put it in my fist, cause a bitch ain't nothing but a dirty bitch. They won't make.
Damn, Lummy.
Eric Estridge, $100.
$100. Old school, Bubba. Grover.
You're rich, but they sure leave you broke. Like I'm fooling around, man. This ain't no joke. I need some Indo to smoke to clear my.
Well, this is just standard. Here.
My gun for fun. It's Bubba the Love Sponge. Say what you want, but I get the job done.
Oh, Lummy, he did in like an AC/DC remix.
Yeah,
oh, this is nice.
With my crew. Say what you want, but I thought you knew. I'm true to the game. It's the bottom line. It's Bubba, bitch, and I'm out to get mine. Make my world go round. Say, I ain't lying, bitch. Don't make the switch before it's too late and pump it in your Jeep. Cause you know I'm dropping bass, taking a whole damn place wherever I go. Blowing in my Benz, nice and slow, like the flow of a song. Tight and strong, so like Marvin
this to Wild Lummy and see if Orlando would play it. We'll have Seth take it over to him.
Yeah.
Send it to my in Tampa market radio crush, Meredith. Whew.
There you go.
Strong. No, but you know who's hotter than her? Who's the bitch with MJ? That what's her name?
Oh, Roxanne Wilder.
Oh my God, she's beautiful. Anybody else want to back me on a Roxy Wilder hot as fuck gimmick?
I haven't seen her in a long time. I just know that she's been in Tampa Bay sports and media for as long as I can remember.
Phew. Hot.
Bubba, bitch. Funk for the trunk, that's what I like to keep. Funk for the trunk, that's what I like to keep.
All right, I mean, so that's good. Lummy, I just got confirmed from Wags. I was the very first person to play this guy on terrestrial radio, Little Dicky.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I was,
Nice.
yes, I was the very first person to play Little Dicky on regular radio. Lummy, can you see if you can reach out to Little Dicky and, see if he, tell him what we're doing, that we're on, we got three terrestrial markets, still we got three. Listen, I did get a call yesterday when I was in the grader, Lummy, and it was such an important call from a radio operator that made me turn the grader off and sit in my grader and take the phone call of a possible additional market.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
FM, 50,000 watts, morning drive. And I took that. So that, that'd be huge. But I think we are the very first person to play Little Dicky on the air terrestrially. And is he pretty big? Did he grow on to be?
Yeah, he had Lil Dicky had a show on FX that was kind of a Curb Your Enthusiasm-esque. So yeah, he's done well for himself.
Yeah, it's confirmed because Wags introduced me to him when he first got started. Lummy, you might be able to write that down for you and Rhett and Mach, maybe as a global search to maybe find some little Dicky, and maybe even we'll be able to find the break saying we were one of the first to play him.
We had Lil Dicky on when I worked with Drew. Drew really liked Lil Dicky, and the interview he did was on a cell phone in a convertible, and we couldn't fucking hear it worth a shit. I think we had to end the interview. It was so bad.
So it's going to be interesting for you. Do you know approximately the year of that? Of that approximately?
I was done with Drew in 2000 or in 2019. So I'd probably say it was probably somewhere like 2017, 2018.
Yeah, I think we had Little Dicky on in like 07.
No, it wasn't that far back. It was probably 2013.
Yeah, it was 2013. It looks
Me?
like. Yeah.
2013? All right, so, but that's still...
Well, that's way before.
Still way before. And I don't think he'd been played on terrestrial radio yet.
No, I don't think so either.
So
he was he was
great.
He was massive for a little while.
What's he doing now? What's he doing now? Lil Dicky.
Is he doing acting stuff now?
So let me
he hasn't really updated his YouTube, so...
Well, just Instagram, X, whatever. DM him, see if he can come. We like to just do a follow-up with...
What's his name, Dave?
With the guy. Bubba feels as if he might have been one of the very first people to support you. Love to have you on to talk about what you're doing or whatever.
Okay.
Now, again, I talked about this a little bit earlier, but I think a lot of people were saying that I played it 2012, 2013. That Brian coming on a little whiny yesterday, and was what since I wasn't here, did he have like a whole new shtick? And was he, again, the word that was described was extra whiny. What say you? This isn't a time for all of you now to clam up and not talk. It's a question I like to ask you guys.
I mean, I overall, and just the spirit of the show, I think Brian was excellent yesterday. I think on the dodgeball court, though, I think if you were his teammate or opponents, I think that you might feel differently about him when he got out there. But I don't know if he pissed off anybody, quite on the show yesterday with anything. But I know when we got out to the dodgeball courts, it's all bets are off with Matroni. He turned into MAGA matroni.
Now, Lummy, are you finding me? By the way, Lummy, I sent you a news article that Gooch sent me that we might want to look into.
Okay.
Are you going to get me the dodgeball footage for yesterday?
It was. I got to talk to Red on that one because it was taken out of our.
Well, it's already up.
Is it up? I don't know. I'm looking at other stuff. So.
Okay, I'll send it to you.
Or is it on our YouTube channel and I can just pull it off of there, Red?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just get it from there if you want me to. Yeah, I got it right here. Dodgeball for air.
Yeah.
I got it. This is good to play?
Yes.
Perfect.
All
right. Go ahead. Sorry. Rat. I thought you were going to say something.
No, so it got edited out of the YouTube broadcast.
Okay. That's perfect.
I believe when you went through and did the monetization deal, it just trimmed it out entirely. So we're going to have to put this back up.
Because I was just trying to. We had all kinds of copyrights on it. It had, I don't know, it had like five copyright strikes on it.
The dodgeball did?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Rhett can see the back end. And so I usually just erase the copyright strikes, not knowing. My mindset, and I'm probably wrong, is usually when we get a music copyright strike, it's a bumper. And it gives you the option to erase the music. I never just trim out the entire segment. I just erase the music. So I was assuming that anything that I was erasing was just bumper in and bumper out, just positioning statement music. But obviously, it was probably
card off $50
within that, Rhett. Maybe some content that I took out accidentally.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just back off and let you handle this particular. Navigate through the copyright issues. Let you handle it because obviously
we'll clean them up.
Okay.
Do you want that story? It looks like it's from 2015. But I can.
No, I don't.
Get it to you if you need it.
No.
What's the story? What's the story?
Sorry,
now, hold on. Now, see, this is what. Now, Seth is like, I gotta see the story.
I mean, you said we might want to talk about it.
Gooch isn't I don't know that Gooch necessarily really cares about what year it is.
Dude, Gooch laid down 100. He's all good. Like, I got no issue with Gooch. I just want to know what the story is, just to see if the headline.
Well, I guess people posted on.
Yeah, I guess it's
Facebook.
getting more life. It was so egregious back in 2015 that it's getting legs again, and soon to be.
Well, they put a
10
different chick. They put like a hotter chick in it than the actual chick. That
all right,
was
so
in it.
the chick that did it is not the chick that they thumbnailed it.
Correct.
What a bunch of fucks.
Yeah.
Hi, who's this? You're on the air.
Hi, good morning. It's Brian.
Hi, Brian.
I'm not the plant. There's no plant. Nothing of that. About the other call the other day.
Yeah,
For,
I didn't say that you were the guy.
No, I know, but I know that people are asking that. I only missed the back end of it because I got pulled over and had to turn the radio down.
No, I never insinuated you were the guy that called. I always just thought you were the guy that heard it and called for me to tell.
Yeah, that's
tell me
pretty much it.
You heard it, and you were the Bubba listener that heard it and got word back to me that he had done it. Never ever did I think that you were the guy that actually picked up the phone and called Calta. I don't want any of my listeners or watchers or anything to have anything to do with that fucking guy. I don't want you watching his channel. I don't want nothing. You know what? He's just an absolute bad person. And it's just he's you know what?
Bad hombre.
And he's ripped off everything I've done. Now he has I guess he's got a family. He's got a foundation now. He does merch now. He does shock collar boxing now. It's just a complete fucking ripoff of everything that I've done, and all while being one of the most compulsive liars. And I'm not going to let go. I just will not let go what he said about Erica. I will not. I will not let that go. And if anybody doubts, like Bubba, let it go. Go ahead and let it be about your significant other. He calls your significant other a murderer. Your significant other was a sworn at that point had 3 years experience deputy sheriff, and you're gonna call her a murderer. Yeah. I'm gonna. Turn the tables, and I would be the biggest piece of shit ever to live if I called a local Tampa, radio personality, significant other, a murderer when she was actually a deputy sheriff that was involved in a suicide by cop situation, and I so callously called her a murderer. That's not gonna. That's not gonna fucking fly. And I would be the bad guy, and I'd be a piece of shit. But for some reason, again, because of his connections to the DeBartolos, he gets a pass. He gets a pass with everything. So that's just something I got to live with, and I will.
All right. Well, take a 5-second breather because I didn't want to derail the show because it's been great. But I missed 5 minutes of the show when I got pulled over, so just reset and don't talk about it for the rest of the day because it's been a great show. So
all right, buddy, appreciate it. Thank you for the direction. Glad you're the boss around here. Let me. This is Santas versus elves.
Correct.
And
2 elves and a guy wearing jeans and a polo shirt.
So, the business casual.
Yeah,
elf.
business casual playing dodgeball.
I can't believe. It looks like this is the course, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the back cones significant. They show the outside out of bounds portion for that side, and then I'm assuming the wall was probably the out of bounds portion.
Yeah, the rocks. Pretty much the rocks.
The rocks of the wall.
Yeah.
Right. So to me, I can't believe that Macho Man left his $100,000 fucking Mustang. Because, if you're over here, let's say, I'm going to get my cursor. Let's say you're over here, right?
Yep.
And let's say Brian fucking Shovelface is over there or whatever. Or whoever you're trying to hit's right here. Well, you throw it as hard as you can. He ducks. What does it hit?
It's his $100,000 Mustang.
I can't believe Macho Man didn't just pull it up and then bring it right up to the fence.
That's a good point. That's what Seth did with his Hemi.
Put that all the way in the back by the goats.
Seth's $7,500 Hemi compared to Macho Man's $100,000 Mustang. So, what am I seeing here? Who's this?
That's Tuttle.
This is Tuttle.
And that's Seth.
And that's Seth.
Yes.
And so the team was you, Tuttle, and Seth.
Yep.
Versus Babyface, Colton, and Rhett.
Yes.
Okay. And who was the referee?
Big Red.
Big Red was the referee.
Yes, he was. And we had a fan that helped us out outside the gate. Vinny.
And who drew up the course?
Colton did.
Is that like street chalk?
Yeah, it's kids chalk.
Right.
Thanks, Seth.
All right. And who were the captains that picked the team?
Me and Babyface.
Okay.
Babyface had first pick.
Babyface had first pick. He picks Colton.
Yes, he does.
You got second pick. You pick.
I pick Seth and Tuttle because it was a snake draft.
His boys.
And then Babyface was stuck with Rhett.
Okay.
Stuck with Rhett.
Right.
He made that very clear.
Yeah.
And Rhett, early on today when we were talking, Rhett was like, he felt the.
Rhett got hung out to dry.
But hold on. But Rhett, let me just tell you, like,
I was the first person he fucking whined about when he came back into the studio.
Let me give you my. I wasn't here. I didn't see this. But so Rhett, we're having our meeting today, and Rhett's already full hot. He's like, you could tell that they just didn't want me on the team, and it's just bullshit. It's fucking bull. So Rhett,
I was a little fucking mad at Lummy for not picking me, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I thought that was an understanding that him and I had. He said, I'm a god, I'm going to pick my boys here, my can't lose team.
See, Lummy, you fucked up because you and Rhett are boys.
We sure are.
Do.
I thought we were.
Why? Yeah,
but it's okay. I understand how it is now. I get
Listen,
it.
I thought.
No, it's okay, buddy. You don't have to explain nothing to me.
I'm not explaining
I
it to you.
understand.
Hey,
Hold
Rhett,
on. I'm not explaining anything to you,
Rhett,
buddy. I'm
might
explaining it to Bubba.
Rhett, that might make that might gravitate you to be closer to be my friend. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
you weren't even here.
No, what I'm saying is, I feel like there's a little bit of a disconnect between Rhett and I because Lummy and him are so close. But maybe Rhett and I can start, being boys.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's fine. Listen, I was just explaining it to Bubba, not to you.
No, listen, hold on. But here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Babyface do the curveball in with taking Colton first pick.
Yeah, thinking.
Okay, so that changes up how the teams are.
All right,
it's
so
like
if I'm you,
yeah.
But see, if I'm you and I'm going against Babyface, my first pick's you.
Yeah.
So then it's a snake draft. If I pick second, my next pick would probably he picked Colton, right?
Correct.
So I get 2 picks.
Yep.
So I would probably pick you, and I probably would pick Rat. I got Seth and Rhett and Tuttle to pick from. I probably would pick Rat.
Well, that's great. Listen, I played to win, and guess what? He picked Colton, which threw out the whole thing. And I thought, well, I'm not going to get babyface Seth. Because Tuttle, and I'm also not giving. I'm not explaining it to you. I'm explaining it to Bubba, and I'm not giving Tuttle to Babyface and Colton so they can have their own little team over there.
You're a real modern day general manager.
Well,
are you
yeah,
not?
I mean, but I knew
You're
that.
A manager
I knew.
of talent.
This is how I thought. Seth's going to be pissed at Babyface. Well, why wouldn't I want Seth on my team who's pissed at a Babyface now? Tuttle's just going to be happy to be on our team. And Tuttle is pissed because Babyface the whole time was pretty much calling Tuttle noodle arm. So now I have 2 guys to pick from that are pissed off at Babyface. Why am I not going to pick them 2 where they're going to say, hey, Babyface, fuck you. I'm going to fucking go after you.
Hold on.
I mean, he is right. Our plan every time was to get Babyface out, not because he was the best, just because he was the most annoying.
Yeah.
I think that your reasoning is dead on.
It's Lummy Belichick of the dodgeball. We don't question it.
Lummy, I think you're dead on. I do think that you should have had a conversation with Rhett as his buddy.
Oh, man.
Now, hold on. Let me mediate this, and Rhett, I want you to be honest. So, Lummy, you played to win. It's not necessarily at this particular point. Wasn't a lot of your picking wasn't based on skill set. It was based on mind fucking.
Yes.
So hold on. You and Rhett being as close as you are, probably the 2 closest people here amongst all of us. You should have taken Rhett aside.
In 5 seconds?
You're not letting me finish.
Wow.
5 seconds. It's been fucking 24 hours.
I'm talking about. I did take him aside. He told me to go fuck myself.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, take me aside for dick. I messaged you after you made the pick, and I said, I see how it is. Take me aside. No, it's okay, buddy. I understand. You're the EP. Those conversations are above my pay grade. You don't have to tell me nothing. I'm not entitled to that. I get it. That's just how it is here.
Hey,
I understand.
Bubba, here's how it went. Ready? We go, hey, let's pick the teams. We flip the coin. Babyface gets first pick.
And then you snake it. You get 2.
And
he picks 1. You pick 2. He picks 1.
But the whole thing is that we snaked it once Babyface picked, and Babyface picked Colin. So now I'm on the clock to pick 2. I'm seeing what's going on. I picked those 2. I message Rhett when he's like, oh, I see how it is. And I go, well, Babyface threw a big curveball on it with the Colin thing. And pretty much he was like, yep, I see how it is. All right, whatever. And he was just like, pretty much go fuck yourself. I have no time to be like, hey, let me sit down and explain it to you why I'm here in 5 seconds.
No. I didn't say go fuck yourself. I said, it's okay. You don't have to explain yourself to me. You picked your boys. It's all good. That's exactly what I said to you over and over and over. I'm reading the messages right now. Over and over, I said to you, nah, man, it's all good. You picked your boys.
There you go.
No, man, it's all good. You picked your boys.
That's what you kept saying.
Can't say it's bullshit, but be like, all right, well, I'm going to pick my boys here. It's all good, man. I get it. You picked your
I had a
boys.
strategy, but it's fine. So, Babyface.
You play to win, brother. It's okay.
I play to win. You are correct. I wanted to be Babyface. Seth, I knew, would go right after Babyface. Seth and Tuttle
we got
superstars.
Lummy Jason Light here.
Tuttle, were you not mad at Babyface?
Well, Tuttle's not here right now.
Seth.
What?
Were you not mad at Babyface?
I was fucking furious.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, he decided that he didn't want to take me for the first pick, and then after that, he started bringing up, me jerking off on boxers, which is okay. And then it was really dirty work when he started attacking Caleb Williams in the middle of the dodgeball stuff, and that's really what fucking turned me up to the next level. As you can see on the last 2 games, I really took control because I wanted to end it. I couldn't deal with him anymore.
All right, well, there's a big shitstorm between Lummy and Rat.
No, there's no shitstorm. He's the only one upset.
I'm not upset. I was explaining it to Bubba.
Lummy, you spent $170 on outfits?
Just for Brian to not wear one.
4 of them, yeah.
So hold on.
We still got them, Bubba.
You spent $100. Can we pack them back up and return them?
They're all packed back up right now and sitting there, so we could.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
We just want to dry clean them, maybe.
Yeah, they're $40 each. So,
you always can use Santa costumes, and those elf ones were really. I mean, Lummy got good costumes. I think
I didn't get the most expensive, Bubba. Trust me, I dropped the ones that could get over.
So Lummy, here's the deal.
Did we make 170?
Do we take them and pack them all up nicely and do hold on back in the day, never really like when Hamill and stuff would do stunts and we would buy props. We would never really properly. We just throw them in a fucking whatever.
Yeah.
As long as we take care of this stuff, fold them all up, put them back in their package, put them in the pantry for storage, knowing that we have them. Probably a Santa and an elf suit wouldn't be bad to have for the holidays.
They are all right now, except for one, the one up by Seth. They're all folded and put back in the plastic. And
Was Seth going to wear his today or something?
No, I had to I just ripped it off quickly to get back into the hosting chair yesterday because it was really hot.
Did you rip it off and do any damage to it, or did
No. The only things that I don't think are working are like the shoe covers. I think those might have had a little string that broke, but everything else is fully intact.
Mario Gonzalez, great show. Hold on, he said something about Rhett. PayPal, $25. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, all at the Bubba Army. And let me see, Brian from Philly. Seth killed it. Great show today. Love Rummy. I'm sorry. Great show today. Love Rummy and Rhett with the heat. Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah. And that comes from Las Vegas, Mario.
I mean, why can't we do
PayPal.
this? Why can't we do this again next year? I mean, let's nothing wrong with keeping the costumes around,
and
or
get me involved in meaning
I think
do it when I'm not. Do it when I'm here, not here.
Exactly.
I was thinking about this yesterday. If you were here, I think you being the referee is probably the best scenario for this. Oh, Bubba, this was not. You wouldn't have done.
So I get hit and I'm out.
No. It was slightly grueling at parts yesterday in the costumes. I mean, Brian wasn't lying.
You think I'm like the fat bastard from Austin Powers, where I'm just completely unathletic?
I think that if I'm just going to be honest, there was a part yesterday where I thought that I was good, like I got very dizzy.
Well, you're soft.
That may be true.
I mean, you're softer than me.
Yes, I guess so.
I mean, I played dodgeball okay at the Content House.
You did. You were great.
But we were wearing. I'm just saying we were wearing.
The only problem we might have is that you don't have an outfit that will fit me, and at that point we would have to buy a 3X Santa and or elf. We would just probably buy me a 3X Santa suit because me having a Santa suit is probably needed for the show.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
So we'll just buy another Santa suit, make sure that it fits me, and that my team, when we pick, will be the Santas.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we have to do. So, Seth, thanks for calling me an unathletic fat bastard.
No. I just thought I thought the best case scenario for what you do for a living, which is talk, would be being the referee. Not saying Big Red didn't do a good job. I'm not saying you're not athletic.
Do you know how hard it is to run heavy equipment all day, getting out of things, picking up rocks? I'm probably more athletic than you are. In some instances.
You maybe, Bubba, you might.
You know what? First of the year, you and I are going to do either a pig or horse basketball game or just a one-on-one. 1st to 10.
It's not so much. That's fine. I'm okay.
Haven't you taken what he said that I'm basically an unathletic, fat, T-Rex arm, cuckold asshole?
Well, I don't know if he said the cuckold part.
I'm just saying, you might as well just throw the
back half is what I was thinking. But Lummy, you get back. Lummy, can
cross-eyed, just throw every bad thing that people say about me because that's what Seth is thinking.
Can I just get a backup?
I think what Seth was trying to say was that you are above dressing up as Santa or elf, and that you would be almost like the god referee.
I mean, Lummy,
I don't want to be. I want to play. I don't want to be. I'm now officially the fucking referee.
Lummy,
You think people want? You think the fans want to see me in a Santa suit with my T-Rex arms trying my little hardest, or do they want me being Johnny fucking referee?
They wouldn't want to see you quit.
What do you mean quit?
Jeez.
What do you mean quit?
I'm saying it was nobody. Why am I getting hung out to dry with it being painfully hot yesterday?
Oh, no, it was
because
hot.
you're calling.
I'm not saying anything.
Rhett, Seth. I am a former athlete that do 2-a-days in football.
You played high school. Stop.
And wrestled and all. I mean, like, do you think I'm that unathletic?
Oh my god!
I think it was very hot, but I don't think Seth was saying you were
a cuckold asshole, cross-eyed.
Well, yeah, he definitely didn't say that.
Well, don't forget the T-Rex arm thing. He said that too.
Do you think that there would have been an issue yesterday because we played 5 games? Do you think that there would have been an issue at all if Bubba was in a Santa suit during the 5 games?
Fuck this. I'm done. I'm going in.
I mean, do you think?
Fucking out of breath.
I'm just asking if there would have been any, at least, thing that was brought up about this fucking sucking or being fucking hot or I'm taking it off or I'm going inside. I'm just asking if there would have been any of that.
Lummy, can I at least play without a stupid fucking beard? Getting hair in my mouth.
Tato did. And
Can't
Babyface
see.
dress up.
Fucking sweaty.
I mean, you never know. It could be cold the next time we play.
Whatever. Everybody can fuck off.
I'm with you, Bubba.
I can't wait to the first of the year just do Bubba versus Seth athletic challenges.
Oh, there we go.
That's all we're doing. Bubba versus Seth. That's it.
What do we have besides horse?
That's
we can do kick a field goal.
Hold on. I mean, hold on. We can kick a field goal.
Yep.
We can go bowling.
We
can play basketball. We can play pickleball. We can play dodgeball.
Do clean and jerks.
We can do fucking. We can lift weight. We can lift weights.
Okay.
Okay. So Bubba versus Seth.
Okay. All right.
That's what. Since you think I'm such,
We go to the batting cages.
Batting cages, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll do all that.
Go
shit.
to the glory holes.
Bubba verse. I'm not into having.
See, it keeps it in the longest.
I'm not into sticking my dick through a hole.
Well, that's an athletic feat, Bubba, to stick it in and remove it. I got to tell you.
Yeah.
More so than playing pig.
I think we'll probably pass on the glory holes.
Okay. Well, there's no bad ideas here. We're just kind of spitballing, but I got you.
So let me, batting cages, bowling, basketball, weightlifting, pickleball.
I'll go food review for food review with you too. If you really want to get competitive.
E-biking.
E-biking. Okay.
You mean like a Peloton or?
No, I'll put you on the Merch Cricks e-bike. I'll get on my e-bike. And
the city bikes, you mean?
You'll see and we'll do our course, which is 22 miles.
Okay.
And we'll see if you can keep up.
You do 22 miles?
Yes.
GTFO, man.
What's that? Get the fuck out.
Well, it's an e-bike.
I go clear to McMullen Booth.
Get the fuck out of here!
I do.
Come on, Bubba.
Let me. I've gone live before.
Yeah.
I've gone live before. We pull out of here. We catch the trail down by Cypress. We go over by the Grand Hyatt. We go over Ben T. Davis Beach. We go down the causeway. We go up the hill of the old bridge. We go down to the Courtney Campbell side of the bridge.
Is this the bike that has the motor on it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
But it's harder than you think.
Okay,
22 miles.
I thought you were just pedaling for 22. This is okay.
You are pedaling for 22.
But you've got a booster pack, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll see if you can keep up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to swim? Do you want to go swimming?
No, I don't think I'm much. I don't think that would be. I don't think that would.
Okay, that's not an athletic feat. It
is. It's. You're at a very much an advantage there.
Didn't we do like a marathon race before?
First of all, I don't have very long arms. I don't have good long arms. I don't have good long arms.
Do the breaststroke.
I can't get. No, can everybody shut the fuck up and we get into this dodgeball fucking high spot?
We saw Scott Stein today too.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios. Aquabito.com/Bubba.
Boy, Lummy, you make a good-looking Santa.
Oh, thank you.
God dang, you make a good-looking
The
Santa.
Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Lummy, we need to clean up the front of our building. Like, take those rubber mats and do something with them.
Okay.
Take that blue mat, do something with that.
No problem.
We can leave that wood pile there because we'll burn that up during barb.
Oh, yeah, easy.
All right, so is this just warming up here?
I got mine. I got the wireless one. Hear us. The audience can hear us.
Yeah.
Hear us.
You're out. They're talking too before we sling it. Okay.
All right, hold on.
Wouldn't want it to be we got to get this thing going.
Yeah, you got to run and get him.
Come on. Let's get it.
I didn't even see it.
All right, so
Where did he hit?
Let me. Is it started? Yeah, let me. It's already
started.
Yeah,
okay,
Lummy's already complaining.
Oh yeah, hold on. So it's running. Okay, so here we go. Hold on.
Here we go. Let's go. Come on. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on.
So now let me ask you a question. Why did Brian not wear an elf suit?
He said that he had one, but he couldn't find his, and so instead of buying one, he just wore.
He
a
looks
hat.
so out of place. I got 3 Santas and should have 3 elves. and it would look very uniform. And we are definitely in the visual business nowadays.
We don't think Lummy we don't think that Brian truly looked hard enough for his elf costume at home because we know that
nobody looks good. I mean, poor fucking Colton. He does not look good. He looks like a KKK
he looks great.
member.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm just saying, nobody can really pull off looking good on a fucking elf.
And Babyface is the one who sent me the link for the elf.
And by the way, this was Babyface's idea, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying, but didn't Babyface offer up the fact that he had an elf outfit?
He dressed up as an elf last year, I believe.
I know, but what I'm saying is when you were taking inventory as to the amount of outfits you needed to buy, it was told to you, don't buy one from Babyface because he's got one already. Or you would have bought one.
Well, no, because he said, I'll look for mine, and kind of left it, and then sent me a link for the other elves, and we kept asking him. He said, well, I'll look for it. I just don't know where it is, but I'll look for it. And then he just brought a hat. And then
it looks like shit.
It
looks like shit. So if we're going to do this again next year, we're going to have to order another elf outfit. And then we're gonna have to, order a 3X Bubba Santa.
We do a football game next year.
Team Santas. We got the hose versus the elves.
We could do a flag football game.
We could
amongst us, two-hand catch in the back.
Yeah.
Wait.
Hey, I'm gonna try to box out.
All right. So is this Rhett?
Yes.
This is Babyface.
Yep.
And this is Colton. This is Big Red. And then over here I got Tuttle, Seth, and you.
Yep.
They're a little farther back against the wall. That was the widest angle we could get.
You were fine. It was fine.
1, 2, 3.
Camera's fine.
Lummy's out. Yes, Lummy's out.
How is Lummy out? How is Lummy out?
He just immediately starts screaming no.
If you grab the ball, and it gets.
Let's get it. Come on, down.
Let me watch it again.
I could have swore it hit the ground.
We got the hose versus the elves.
Because Seth was out too, I think.
Wait.
Yes.
Hey,
They called me out because I slapped the ball to Colton's
2,
hand.
3.
Hold on.
So Seth's on the outside.
We're screaming like fucking Braveheart.
like Braveheart just told you to stop holding. Hold.
I just realized.
Hold on. Now,
I don't know how Seth's out.
How's Seth out?
I don't know.
I knocked Colton, so Colton gets the ball, and I just knocked it out of his hand, and then Big Red said I was out.
And then
so you're right here. You're okay. So to me, it just looks like all Seth did was knock the ball out of Colton's hand, and that would have been like a push, and he's not out. He just didn't get the ball. They both were fighting for the ball. The ball didn't go to eat. Like if Seth's out, then so is Colton. It's either they're both in or they're both out.
Can you imagine if we didn't have a referee?
That's why this is crucial.
But what was Big Red's ruling?
Well, he said that Seth was out because
that's bullshit.
And then I was out because Big Red because Babyface hit my hands.
Is this how the NFL front office reviews calls the next day?
Lummy's out. Seth is out.
Now see, that's bullshit. That's absolutely bullshit. Seth was fighting for the ball. Neither one of them had control of the ball, so they're either both in or they're both out.
That's right.
That's why we wanted you as a ref, Bubba.
He's out. 100%. No.
Red, you botched this.
Replay. I want a replay. Lummy
They tried to cheat it. They tried to cheat it from us.
Seth out. Where'd he hit me?
Oh, that's fucked
Look at
up.
me, little Santa bitch.
And you should be mad as fuck.
I was, but I was.
Because you're rocking the shit out of that Santa suit.
What the fuck, man?
Where'd he hit me? He grabbed it, threw it at you, and it hit it off your hands. No, it didn't hit my hands. You didn't even see it. Oh, now we're throwing.
Seth's full hot as he's. By the way, I don't really usually endorse Seth's outburst, but I endorse this one because they fucked him.
That was a Bobby Knight move.
That was a IU versus Purdue chair right across the. Remember when he did that? He threw it right across
look
the
at Babyface with his
That's
little fucking
bullshit.
hat,
Yeah.
no outfit, and 2 balls.
And naturally an arguer for life. That's what he does for a living, is argue, because he's a fucking piece of shit lawyer.
Cones.
So the first one kind
Big
of goes
Red,
quick.
you fucked up, man. So hold on. Now let me. I didn't see where they rule while you're out.
I don't know. Supposedly, Big Red said he hit me in the hands, which he didn't hit me in the hands, and then later on, Babyface says that he hit me in the shoe. I don't know. I thought it hit the ground. Seth, I don't know how it was out, but
Grabbed it, threw it at you, and it hit it off your hands.
No, it didn't hit my hands. You didn't even see it.
Oh, now we're throwing.
Big Red, you're a piece of shit.
Jeez.
You're a fucking piece of shit. I love you to death, and I hope you show up Saturday to help me fence. But you're a piece of shit.
You put those stripes on, Bubba. You get get power.
You get fucking power. Big Red, you know goddamn well. And I don't have a game. I don't care who fucking wins this. But I'm just telling you right now, the Colton Seth call should have been either both out or both in, because they both they both handled the ball and the ball got away. So neither one of them took immediate possession of the ball.
I'm waiting on the 30 for 30 to come out where he admits Brian slid him $50 before the start of the game.
Exactly. 50 per game.
Cones.
All right. I didn't even see it.
And then I didn't see. Should I go back and look at yours?
No, Big Red's now claiming, even though he says I got hit in the hands, he's claiming I got hit in the leg or the shoe or something. But I mean, whatever. We lost the game, but
changing the story.
Hold on here.
Box out, baby.
1, 2.
All right. I don't have to concentrate on the Colton Seth deal because I've already made my ruling on that. They both should have stayed in the game. Period.
Thank you.
3.
All right, let me hold on.
Maybe
Hold on. Yeah, Seth. Lummy.
Did he get me in the shoe?
I think he did.
Okay. Which is fine.
Hold on.
1, 2, 3.
Now
makes that noise?
I think it's me.
It was Seth. Now, Lummy, at this point, you should have started, because Brian got the ball. You have no chance. You should have started backpedaling.
That's not how it fucking works, Bubba. You can't be running full speed like a lummy and just stop within 2 feet.
Let me see.
It's a runaway freight train.
See, I guess it hit my shoe. Okay.
You're out.
Okay.
All right, so Lummy's out.
Yeah.
But Seth Kushner should have stayed in.
Yep.
That, or if Kushner comes out, so does Colton.
Well, within 5
Neither one
seconds,
of them.
Tuttle was all alone, Bubba.
Lummy's out. Yes.
Poor fucking Tuttle. And he's got three guys.
He's out. Seth is out.
Lummy's out. 100%. No. I want to get a replay. I want a replay.
Seth got so fucked on this. Lummy, you're out.
Yeah.
Lummy out.
I didn't even see it.
Seth out.
Where'd he hit me?
What the fuck, man?
Where'd he hit me?
He grabbed it, threw it at you, and it hit it off your hands.
No, dude.
Seth, here comes Bobby Knight.
My hands. You didn't even
Fuck you, Purdue.
see it.
Now we're throwing.
And by the way, that's a pretty fucking good chuck.
At you to hit it off your hands.
Those cones aren't, they're not the most easiest things to throw.
They're not. No, I was impressed.
This wasn't even a bitch ass throw. This was a pretty well targeted
morning
game.
shot.
No, dude, hit my hands. You didn't
Step full back, sidestep Patrick Mahomes,
see it.
wing
Oh,
it,
now we're-
bam, with accuracy. Had Brian not moved his fucking leg, you would have got it in the ankle.
Throwing cones.
All
right.
I didn't even see it. There's bull.
All right, come on. We can still come back, guys. We can still come back.
Pulse that Tuttle, the ultimate
Optimist, yeah.
optimist.
Okay.
All right, now it's
Tuttle has
it's
one.
3-on-1.
The elves will take that all day long.
Fuck you, Colton.
No. We all
Hey, if you're slow asses are
And I don't think there's any way. I don't think there's any way to survive 3 guys beating on you.
No, there's not.
You can't. There's no way. Like, it's unsurvivable. It's unsurvivable. It's like being in a firing squad and you got 7 rifles pointed at you. There's 6 of them that have bullets and one of them that's got a dud. They're not. You're done.
It's 3-on-1. This is not looking good for
Dude,
Tuttle.
this isn't even fair.
Tuttle's looking a little nervous here in the back corner.
It's Antonio Brown out here.
Tuttle needs to crash the line.
The ref is already against that.
Yeah. Well, they paid me.
All right.
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Look.
What was that?
Rhett, did you hear that?
I sure did.
That little slight little slip there. Hold on.
Fine.
Well, it didn't help him.
Yeah. Well, they paid me.
Oh, whoa.
Hey, Rhett, could you mark down 507
Yeah,
for
you
the
got
they
it.
paid me admission?
Let me grab that tape.
You might be able to we could just have that as we could actually just have that as an ongoing loop. Ready?
Tuttle needs to crash the line.
So why did the game really turn out the way that it did?
The ref is already against that.
Yeah. Well, they paid me.
All right.
I'll tell you what, the Santa suits aren't very slimming.
No, not at all.
They're not supposed to be.
Fuck,
jolly.
Tuttle, just start
All
slinging,
right,
baby.
somebody's got to throw some balls around.
I know.
Yeah, we've been going the whole time.
I really like the way Rhett and Colton wore the owl, including the pants. Thank you guys, because it really looks good.
The hat kept falling off.
Brian looks fucking absolutely ridiculous. Looks like he's going to some fucking.
We should see him when he gets out.
Waiting for it.
Nice,
Missed him.
Tudge missed it all.
Now, see, Tuttle was smart. You get that ball before it goes over the line.
Oh, here we go.
Nope. That's cheating. That's
I can
cheating.
help out.
Shut the fuck up. Rhett comes in with a straight fucking Roman-like throw. Look, bam.
Tuttle's got them all.
No.
No.
Tuttle's got all the balls now. That little jutted out motherfucker.
That's cheating.
That was a skip. No hit. Oh, one ball over the wall.
That should be an out. The next time we play, if you throw a ball over the wall, you're out. Right?
Well,
bake more pies.
I knew that was going to happen.
Well, I'm not your little ball bitch.
Exactly.
This is when Vinny saved the day.
I'm not your little ball bitch.
Luckily, we had Vinny.
Who's Vinny?
He stopped by at a job interview in the area.
The 7-Eleven guy?
No. It was like a listener who had a job interview down the road.
And he went and got the ball for us?
He got off of his interview. He was right down the road and came to watch us.
Nice.
Yeah, he was saving the day.
Belt boy.
We should give Vinny a little care package.
You're out.
Game's over.
So we did best 3 out of 5.
All right, and then you guys, who? So Lummy, you guys came back and won.
Fuck yeah,
3.
we were slinging them at him, fucking knocking out Colton. I knocked Colton over.
Switch sides, right?
Yeah.
All right, wait. What are we doing here?
All right, so let I got to at least handle this one story, and that is the P. Diddy deal.
And then we got Stein coming on.
Right, then we got Stein coming on. So just tell Stein to call in when he wants.
Well, he's zooming it.
So do I need to probably go into a little hot mic deal?
Yeah, probably be
a 5-minute hot mic break.
Yeah.
Here's what I don't understand. P. Diddy party tapes reportedly sparked fierce bidding war amongst worried celebrity. How just like the Hogan sex tape, how can
you think copies?
How can they sell this?
Don't you think copies were made before the feds got everything?
And who's brokering it?
I mean, I don't know how all that works.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. This could really be. This could be something that I might be interested in.
Gonna put a bid in?
No, I want to see who's brokering it.
I thought you meant.
No. According to Baldwin, a fierce bidding war is going on over rapper P. Diddy's alleged tapes. Could you forward this article to my email, because I want to show this to the people I'm meeting with today.
Yeah.
Baldwin made the shocking claim during appearance on the Patrick Bet David podcast.
Mark from Tarpon, $200. Team Santa.
Listen, I'm just telling you right now, man. I don't have but I'm Team Santa, not because of you, Rat, not because of, but because of Big Red was paid off by Babyface, and Babyface refusal to not. It would have looked. Do you know visually how much better it would have looked if we all would have matched, and we had that one guy who's officially that guy who didn't match? It would have just looked so much better had it matched. Baldwin made this shocking claim during the Patrick Bet David podcast, stating that the alleged footage was specifically being sold to the people who appeared on the tapes. He has videos of the parties, the actor said. Now I've heard, which I don't know how much of it is in mainstream media, but I don't really follow the story that much. Baldwin continued, but what I've heard from friends that are attorneys, friends of mine that are being represented, that have represented me before, agents and so on, that there's a bidding war going on right now. They're driving the price up because if you want your client, your famous actor, to not be involved, or your famous singer not to come out, here's the price. How can that be legal? That's extortion. Is it not?
Yeah, no, I think that's the gist of it, right? Was that eventually you had that to, blackmail and extort people? I mean, why else would you have all this footage?
I'm just trying to say, Lummy, I didn't know who the broker would be.
Well, from what it sounds like, what he said is that it looks like a lot of the attorneys.
I don't like the blah, blah,
attorneys and agents.
Attorneys and agents. It'd be interesting to see.
Is it a crime if Diddy has a tape that you want to buy?
Yes,
it is. Okay.
I mean, I'm smack dab in this world. Documents obtained by People magazine reveal that the decision was voluntary, although Diddy's exact reasons remain unclear. The Bad Boy Records founder was first denied bail in September. At that time, blah, 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 blah. Diddy was found to be a risk to be a flight. It doesn't really talk about who's brokering it, and this to me seems like this can't be real. Like this is part of an ongoing federal investigation, right?
Well,
so how can you be part of a federal investigation that's currently that you have the guy that allegedly did the taping in prison, and the feds went and raided 2 of his homes simultaneously and obtained all of this footage. Now, it seems as though the footage should be all part of the government's investigation, and that footage is not available to broker to anybody.
So the Courtney Burgess person, I guess, who testified in front of a federal grand jury, claimed they were in possession of 11 flash drives, which contained at least 8 sex tapes.
And who was that?
Courtney Burgess.
So are these sex tapes that other people had as well, or had copies of?
Maybe copies were made from the files she had, and those are what's floating around.
Maybe before the feds,
while it was in her possession, being passed around or whatever.
It was claimed that these tapes were handed over by Diddy's ex-girlfriend Tim Porter. Burgess was Porter's former associate.
So before the feds came in and got all the pity shit, Diddy had some leak. Boy, this sounds familiar. Right?
Yeah.
P. Diddy had a Spice Boy that had already obtained said tape, and this, Spice Boy shopped it around for years, and because Spice Boy wasn't able to produce what they call a 2257.
Do you want to get on Stein or take this call because Stein's on the Zoom?
Yeah. Well, let me say goodbye to this person real fast. Hi, who's this?
Shut up, you cock. Die, Jews, die.
Oh, yeah, that's our guy.
Gets us every time.
Yeah, he got us.
You really got us, buddy. Think about this, bud. It's 12:12 in the afternoon. Most men are working, doing their job, supporting their family, supporting themselves, making enough money to make that truck payment and pay for your apartment and your Pornhub subscription because you jack off every night because you're a fucking loser. Haven't had a real piece of pussy probably ever, but maybe once or twice when you were less of a fat ass troll. And now all you are is a troll. You're probably jerking off right now because you got through and you think that you got me. Ooh, I got through on the Bubba the Love Sponge show and I was able to call him, what do you call me, a cross-eyed cuckold fucking asshole?
And then something else.
What?
Well, die, Jew, die.
Oh, die. Die what?
Jew, die.
Die, Jew, die. Well, that's even, why do you got to keep, why can't, listen, only one host. You can only really defame and slander one host at a time. Let's keep it one host specific. So either it's a die, Jew, die, or it's a fat, cross-holded cuckold, okay? Let's not cross-pollinate the hate. Let's keep the hate to one person.
But let's make sure that call keeps coming through every day.
Yeah, you know what? Call every day to validate how much of a fucking loser you are.
Well, it was a different number today than it was yesterday.
Oh yeah, it was probably a burner. I mean, can't they? These people that are highly sophisticated, I think that they can actually put in. You're live. I got you live. You're live right now.
Sorry, I had to return an oven, and they finally came. Home Depot finally came.
Really?
So-
Now, are they in the? Did you get it all handled, or you still got to go handle it?
No, we're good. Maybe get that piece of paper, babe. They might have to give us some piece of paper, but no, I think we're good. So now we're doing a later start time, I see.
No, only for this week. Only for this week to see how it works out, see what the money looks like, see what the numbers look like. Volume's a little bit lower because people aren't used to it, but the overall views throughout the day, people go and find it and listen. So if I was to walk away from terrestrial radio and just continue to stream only, this is the day part I would do. It's far more conducive to having a life and not having to go to bed at 7 o'clock compared to, like for instance, Monday. I can actually watch the Green Bay Packers play Monday Night Football. Other when you do mornings and you got to get up at 4 o'clock, you can't do that.
Bubba, you're torturing yourself. I mean, I know you want to get up, and I know that you've been doing this for so long, but I mean, at least a 9 a.m. start time. That's what you're starting now, right? 9 a.m.?
No, 10.
But I'm just saying 6 a.m. is just, I know that is the morning drive time and this and that, but it's just a different day and age.
Listen,
I feel like you're punishing yourself.
if we don't, I've already said by like July, if I've not, after the doc and various other things drop and potentially happen, if we've not picked up a couple of terrestrial affiliates, then I'm walking away from regular radio and we're going to do this show, 10 to 1 or 11 to 2 or something like that, and walk away from terrestrial and morning show radio content.
Well, I mean, when Howard left Sirius, what did he say? Terrestrial radio's dead. He said it back then, and now that wasn't necessarily the case.
And it wasn't even the case back then.
Yeah.
It was still really thriving quite well. But now in today's world, hold on, the Congress. This is how dead radio is, and I hope I'm not offending anybody because I still have regular radio clients. And specifically, I have a very powerful AM 820. It's in Tampa. That's our flagship station, and it's 100,000 or what. It's a very powerful. It's the most powerful level of AM you can have, and on clear nights you can get us clear in Dallas sometimes. So
from Tampa, it's
yeah.
that big. It has that big of a.
So, and on clear nights, you can get AM 820 in Dallas. But that being said, Congress, there was a save. Automakers, and I'm not making this up. Nobody get mad at me. Lummy, you can look it up and maybe send me the documentation. But automakers, it costs them money to put a radio in your car, OEM. And so automakers for years have been trying to make it so that they didn't have to put AM radio in cars.
Wait, really? They're trying to make it where they don't even have to have the basic radio.
Hold on. It passed in the NAB, the National Association of Broadcasters, and all this kind of. There was a Save the AM Act in front of Congress that had enough support, I guess. But just yesterday or the day before, they've convened and they passed this bill. You know how Save the AM was some pork on a regular bill. And the regular bill passed a couple days ago, and the Save the AM was thrown out of it. And so now the bill was requiring automakers to include AM radio in all new cars or trucks. That's what part of the pork of this bill that they were trying to pass. They cut out that, the bill passed, and so now it looks like starting fiscal maybe model year 26, automakers will no longer have to put AM radio in their vehicle.
That's insane. That is, because that's the main audience is people listening in their cars. That's the whole freaking market.
That's the gig. And so they're saying that FM is 5 years behind them. Like right now, all people.
Is it that way? Is it that big of a price difference over AM and FM radio? I would think it was.
With regards to what a station is worth, yes, there's a big disparity.
No, I know that, but I'm saying the hardware in a car. I don't understand.
If they want to eliminate if they could eliminate floor mats, they could. Like they want to make that. If they could somehow introduce floor mats into the carpeting and.
You see Nissan? Wait, do you see Nissan's going out of business? Nissan is a legacy car brand. They're doing terrible. They're shutting down all the Infiniti dealerships and combining them. So these car companies, they're doing terrible. Tesla's killing them all. Somehow.
And so Tesla, the AM ban or the signal that AM you have to messes with Tesla's cars, and Tesla's had to put in a special kind of chip to counteract whatever frequency the AM does to the lithium batteries. So now Tesla's happy as hell because they're the first ones that didn't want to offer AM radio, and that has groundswelled to all manufacturers. And now, I don't know if you can find the bill or not, but I just saw it because I get all the radio trades, Inside Radio, I get them all, and I just saw this yesterday that the Save the AM Act got cut out of this bill. The bill passed, and the Save the AM Act was not in it. So all these AM owners, you basically could have something that's worthless.
Yeah, and Trump, they're trying to get rid of like NPR and all that stuff. See, I don't really like that. I think we should have NPR. I'm not saying that they should be woke, but they're trying to get rid of any FM, AM station. You are right. I mean, I know there's an AM thing, but I didn't realize this. I always kind of thought.
Yeah, I mean, look it up today when you can. Yeah. But I mean, hopefully you're looking it up for me, and I've not
No, you're speaking right. Yeah, I was just trying to see what the bill is. The AM Act was removed.
Hold on. Read it. Don't lummy dumb paraphrase.
Well, efforts to protect it's a very long article. It's efforts to protect AM radio stalls. 118th Congress nears end. It was called the AM Act, and they took it out. It didn't pass. They're going to try to get it in 2025.
The bill passed, but the pork in that bill, which was part of saving the AM, they cut that out.
Yeah.
And the bill passed without that. Now they're going to have to. I guess they're going to have to go back next year with this Save the AM stuff. But as of now, car manufacturers were only putting in AM because the government was requiring them to. Well, now that they were going to make an actual law as part of this act, the government's like, we're not going to mandate auto manufacturers to put AM radios in your car. So I'm just telling you, man, regular radio, and they've done it to themselves, and now it's going to go to the FM because here's my prime example. KLOS, the legendary rock station in California, okay?
Yeah.
They could have very easily given Joe Rogan his radio chance, but they laughed at him when he said, hey, I'm going to go do podcasting. It's going to be streaming. It's going to be internet. They fucking laughed at him. They're like, what the fuck? This is in 2008, 2007, when Joe came into my studio when I was on Sirius XM. And he's like, listen, I've been to the local Los Angeles-based radio stations that do talk, KFI and all these stations, and they've laughed at me doing my own show. So I'm just going to do this fucking podcast thing, make it available for download. I can say anything I want, and I'm not going to be held or bound by FCC rules. And so FM radio or regular radio, they've not nurtured talent like me. They've pretty much gotten rid of me. They've not nurtured talent. They've just AI'd and voice tracked and jukeboxed radio so that they don't have any. So all the big talent is now streaming.
But it's because it's a better product. The streaming. I mean, you don't have to have the breaks. It's just better.
Well, I mean, just think of all the great talk franchises. The Dan Bonginos and the Patrick Bet Davids and the Tim Pools and all these people. They would learn how to play within the FCC sandbox. They all could have been huge on radio stations across America. But radio stations across America stuck their head in the sand and said, you know what, playing music and having 36-second talk breaks for your personality to give the weather and the fucking school report, that's going to be okay. We're going to be okay with that. Well, cable thought they were untouchable and going to be okay too. People cut the fucking cord on them and stream exclusive. There's a lot of people who I don't have cable. I don't
either.
I don't have cable.
And that's why Netflix is dominating. I mean, because
If
people
there's
would rather
something-
have
if
it
there's something-
on demand,
right, and
without commercials.
And if you want the NBC feed, so that you can watch Lester Holt, and
The Cowboys game or whatever.
You can find it. You can find it. YouTube TV. You can find it. You can find regular TV on the internet with some package. If you, or I got to see the Nora O'Donnell CBS Even News kind of guy. You can get it. You'll find it.
You can get it for free. You buy a $20 antenna. You get that. You get those channels.
Yeah.
And now they give you a bunch of those channels.
You wouldn't believe, like at my track, I got just a regular antenna, and I get all the Orlando stations and all the Gainesville stations, and I get like Cozy and Grit TV and Antenna and I get some shit that Loops, Little House on the Prairie, and all these westerns. I was actually at my track on Saturday, and I was watching this western with this really hot chick, and the Indians were they were going across the plains, and the Indians were trying to kill them, and the wagon masters were trying to shoot the Indians, and there's this one real pretty girl that they all wanted to fuck, and it was just, it was just over regular broadcast, over the air. All you need is a $20 antenna. Hell, a coat hanger might still fucking work with some of these stations.
Well, but you know what is sad, though? Because I was talking to, higher up people at the Blaze. Right now, because the industry is so saturated.
Lummy, hold on. Stand by. I've just been told that Lummy has to go pee.
I'm not typing that. It's macho.
All right, so go pee, Lummy, and hurry, okay? I think I'm the only guy that can go, 3 hours without having to piss.
I can. I got to be 3 hours. I got to pee. But you guys aren't taking any breaks. But
Seth, if you need to piss, or Lummy, if you need to piss, me and Alex will have our own conversation. Go piss and then jump back in, okay?
But the market right now for everybody, Bubba, is a little down because it is so saturated, though. Now anybody can podcast, so it's kind of a double-edged sword that right now the numbers of the independent people.
So because any fuck with a roadcaster and a fucking a Shure microphone and a camera can be. Look at you. You have a
green screen, a mic, and a mixer.
You got a badass looking set, and you can be live anywhere. You can go on any network, you can go on any platform, you can stream anywhere. It looks good, it sounds good, and you got probably what, $300, $400 in the whole fucking shooting match?
Literally, this mic was like $250. I probably got $500, but I started off with a little USB mic that was $200. That got me a decent audience. I just ended up getting a better mic.
Back in the day, you had to work your way through radio, pay your dues. Radio's much like the minor leagues, where like I started in Terre Haute, went to Grand Rapids, then San Antonio, then Chicago, then Philly. You were a journeyman until you finally established yourself, but you had worked for 7 to 8 different program directors, and they kind of gave you various air checks and would refine your skill set. Now you need a laptop, a $300 microphone, and a green screen and a camera, and you're fucking rocking and rolling. You got your own show, buddy. You're ready, and you got and it doesn't cost anything to put it 15 different places.
No, you're exactly right. They've made it so user-friendly, and that's what the future is like. Do you ever see those videos out of Japan or China where it's just a bunch of influencers with 100 different cell phones up, Bubba? That's the sad future, is everybody's going to have a podcast. You're going to have to have a podcast in the future.
One of the things that I benefited is before back in the day when I was running real hard, in Tampa, I started in 92, and when I really started running hard in Tampa, but I was social media. You had to listen to my show to find out where the fucking whores were, where the strip joints were, the girls,
where the comedy club,
where the comedy club. Then I'd have girls in the studio taking off their panties. I was social media. You had to tune to me to find out what was cool. And so that helped me establish my brand. But now it's become so fucking diluted that really, even really good people can't get traction unless you got some kind of gimmick or something, right?
You got to be consistent. You got to be really consistent when it's hard, when you're broke, and you're struggling, when you got no viewers. And everybody's
got this misconception that, hey, I'm going to do a podcast and I'm going to make me some money. People don't realize, man, that podcasting or having a visual platform on Rumble or YouTube or X or Facebook or Twitch, that, you got to, let's say you're going to do a show and you're going to have, Rumble, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, X, 5-6 different platforms, and you're starting with zero followers, and you're not an established celebrity, you're just some guy who's pretty well spoken and has an opinion about various things, you're never, unless you get a big break and get on, a Roseanne show or get some type of you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it.
You're really not. I mean, and that's the thing is, the podcast doesn't go viral. So you got to have either clips from the podcast, because it's the clips that go viral to gain an audience. So it's hard. You think, oh, well, let me just do a 2-hour podcast and this is going to get shared to millions of people. That is the likelihood of that is basically zero.
The only people that do that are the people that you've established as a hardcore fan. But in order to even get them in your world, you have to have some kind of clip to get them in your world, because nobody's going to listen to an unknown podcast that's like, listen, Joe Rogan, everybody's gonna watch him for 3 hours because he's Joe Rogan. But if you were Flim Togan and you were gonna do your nobody's gonna listen to your shit. So that means you got to have a badass clip that somehow got them to your world and they became a P1 really, really big fan. And that is such a slow burn. I mean, we really started, our first streaming on Twitch in 2017.
That was the hot platform
in 2017, and we're still, not nearly like as big as we need to be.
Well, this is why it's unfair, because a guy I think highly of, I love a guy, Brent Hatley, worked at the Howard Stern Show forever. You look at Shuli Agar, worked forever, but then you're the Hawk Tua girl, spit on that thing, and somehow she has a top 10 trending podcast, but not Brent Hatley, who's worked in radio for 25 years.
Her whole crypto scam, she's been AWOL the last 2 weeks.
Did you see that crypto scam, Bubba? That she did it, now she's running away?
Is she in trouble for that?
She just got fired. They just filed charges against her.
Oh, damn!
They did.
It's been radio silence from her and her social pages for the last 2 weeks.
Now, let me ask you a question, Alex.
Her interrupting that space to announce that she was going to bed, that was the last thing she ever said on the internet.
And didn't that sound like that was AI or something? That was a weird thing. It's like, well, I'm going to bed. I don't know. There's whole Hawk Tua thing is very unusual.
Now, let me ask you a question. Today we got into, there was a story about Alec Baldwin, or one of the Baldwin guys, saying that the P. Diddy tapes are being shopped around to celebrities and various things like that. How can they, I am a victim of somebody.
You know better than anybody how they What do you mean?
I'm a victim of somebody shopping a tape around, and the reason why the Hogan tape really never got picked up by a major distributor and Gawker bid at it is because Gawker, put their neck on the line that this was a newsworthy thing, and we see how that worked out for him. But all the places that Keith David shopped it, the first thing that Wicked and Digital Underground and all these people that that distributed porn says, hey, do you got a 2257 on Hogan and Heather? Do you have that form? They're like, no. Well, it's not worth nothing. So how can these P. Diddy leaked tapes be shopped around to these? How is that not extortion?
Well, they're only getting shopped to get destroyed, right? They're not getting shopped like to Vivid.
It's still extortion. It's still extortion.
No, it is extortion. It's a crime. No, 100%. If you're saying, hey, give me money or I'm going to release a tape of you doing something online, that's extortion. I mean, that's not even...
So, are the feds going to get involved in now who's shopping these tapes?
They're already involved. But Bubby, this is one thing you have to know, though. When there's a video, and I'm sure you've seen it, of Puff Daddy beating up his girlfriend, Cassidy or Cassandra.
Yeah.
He never got charged for that. What are the chances that, I think I brought this up last time, you beat up a girl unless you have some sort of law enforcement person that is your representative, or you're a Fed, or you're a criminal informant, they would take you to jail for that.
But hold on now,
even if you're famous.
The reason why he didn't get charged for that is because he immediately obtained the security footage. He bought the security footage and then buried it, and the cops didn't have any evidence. She didn't cooperate with the cops because he paid her off. and that video footage was never meant to be leaked, and it got leaked. So they can't retro charge him. Well, maybe they can. Maybe they can retro charge him for that. I mean, I
think you could. I mean, I don't know what the statute of limitations is.
Yeah, I don't know what that would be, but maybe they could take that footage that he thought he originally bought and buried and retro charge him for that. You know what I'm saying?
And like that video was bad. It wasn't like he just kind of pushed her and they were arguing. I mean, he was wailing on her in that video. So I don't know. I mean, I just can't believe he never got in any legal trouble.
I mean,
for
just like Calton never got in any legal trouble for what he did to the merch crib.
Speaking of his fat-headed ass, I was trying to call into his show. He only had a call-in window for like 2 minutes. I showed up late to it. I've been trying to call in. I just want to cuss him out. What should I say when I get through to him?
Well, I mean, are you as mad at him as to what he said about Merch Crick? Because she was
I'm mad about that, but also his wife is having issues. They're trying to do a new podcast, him and his wife. They're on episode 9, and they're getting universally panned, and I can see that she's having issues dealing with it. And
she
he's
needs
talking
to listen.
To her.
This is what my advice is. She needs to back away from that and go do. She's a therapist, and go do her name's Amanda. And by the way, she's beautiful.
She seems nice. She actually seems nice.
She's a great person. By all accounts and what I've known, she's a great mom. She's a great person. I think she's got a master's. I mean, she's a great person. She needs to get rid of that. She needs to step away from that cesspool of putting herself. He's only using her to. He's using her.
He didn't have anybody else to talk to.
Right.
I mean, he's got the morning zoo, but he's trying to do another thing, and it's just not.
And
she's being affected by the comment.
And she's not used to that world. As soon as you put a podcast out, or you do what we do, or Seth knows that there's going to be a die, Jew die. Lummy's going to be known that he's going to be called stupid and whatever. And Stockholm, Rhett's going to be a filthy ginger. Macho Man, they don't seem to fuck with Macho Man too much. My God, where do you begin with T-Rex arm, cuckold? Cross-eyed, short, fat, every fucking everything. And so, but she is such a good person, and she has done such great things as a mom and in her profession that she needs to get out of that world where you allow people to troll you because you're putting out a public product. She's better. She's way better than that. She's just this. She needs to get out of that.
What are people saying? I didn't know it was getting panned at all.
Well, it's getting panned, and then she was on their latest one, and I don't watch it religiously, but, some people were clipping, and I saw some clips, and she seems very well-spoken and nice, and she was complaining about how people were saying mean comments, and then he said, Calton's like, well, there's only episode 9, it's not going to be a good show, but it's kind of like, dude, your wife is not built for this. We've all been forged in the fire.
And here's the deal, man, none of us, like, you don't have anything with Paige. I don't, Merch Crick is.
I've done it. Literally, I put her sometimes in my content, and I really don't like to because she gets so attacked.
Right, and Merch Crick too. Like Merch Crick comes on some Bubba 199s and things like that, but I don't like. She's not part of the white elephant party tonight. I just try to keep her off of everything I can. She's a character on the show by default because she does merchandise, but she very little camera time. Very, when I do my food review, she's my camera person off camera.
Because people attack them to get to us.
But here's the deal,
sucks.
man. Did you see how badly he attacked her? And
I saw the video. It was ridiculous. How he gave her kind of that, not a full punch, but like a football punch, a lineman
I'm talking
punch.
about 2 days ago when a caller called him up and said, "Hey, have you ever had to apologize for something that you regretted?" And he brought up the fact that he had to apologize to Merch Crick. I mean, I might have the piece. And, she was a deputy, a sworn deputy sheriff that was involved in a suicide by cop situation. It has forever
bad situation.
It's no police officer ever wants to go through that, and those that have, police officers really feel for their fellow brethren that have to do that. And she was cleared in a federal trial. She was cleared by the FDLE. She was cleared by her agency. It was in her third. She wasn't a rookie. It was in her third year of being a police officer. The woman had the gun in her hand when she walked in the jewelry store, and Mike Calta told his audience that he regretted having to apologize to her because she is a dangerous person who killed an unarmed lady, basically calling her a murderer. Called Merch Crick. He said he dealt.
He just said this 2 days ago.
2 days. Don't we have it? Don't we have what he said?
He said she's a murderer.
I think it's on our thing. Well, I mean, yeah. I think it's on our Facebook page. If you can find it for me.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I have it, and I can just play it. Yeah, he and she's all, that's like the. First of all, when she walked up to him and asked him a few questions, he didn't know who she was. She was just some chick that was, there to ask him a few questions about the sex tape. And you got it, Lummy?
I'm trying to find out.
Well, let's just be real. She was antagonizing him a little bit, but as a public figure, people antagonize me every day. You got to be able to handle it. I mean, that's no excuse for the way he handled it. I mean,
isn't it literally on our Facebook page?
I'm on our Facebook page. I was just saying.
Not our Facebook. Page. I mean, our YouTube back end. I think it's on our YouTube back end. I'll just go find it.
We got to find it, but. Calta, I am going to call in. I want to get in. I missed it the other day. I saw it. He was live, and then I went back in the episode, and it said you can call in 188 whatever his number was. And I just missed the window, but I'm going to call in to him. And
I thought I had it on me, but I guess I don't.
I sent it.
You sent here it is. Here it is right here. I got it.
Okay.
But it's rather long.
Yeah.
But I think we got nothing.
We're on the air. We're under oath.
All right. So it's a little bit lengthy, but I think you want to hear this because this will make your fucking blood boil. So just picture that he's saying Paige was a deputy sheriff.
No, I get it. No, I understand.
And Paige was a deputy sheriff, and now she's rather than give the respects to what she had been through. And the amount of mental anguish that she's had and the PTSD that she suffered because she took a woman's life in suicide by cop. And you have this motherfucker that wants to. And by the way, the segment's called Under Oath. So you're supposed to be being truthful.
Oh, so this is a segment, too, on his show where he's supposed to be truthful. Okay.
It's called Under Oath. Here it is.
What do you got, sir? All right. So anyway.
Can you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What I was going to bring up was, I don't know if you're allowed to talk about it because obviously it's probably a pretty sensitive issue, but if there's any vagueness that you can probably talk about it, but you had an issue that you had to make some type of minimal apology on the air, and I didn't know if you could express some type of detail or just general what happened with all that. You're going to have to, fortunately, I've had make a couple of those. We're going to be a little more specific, sir. Yeah, I guess that's true. So you took someone's phone out of their hand, to be more specific. So I'll
and listen to his explanation of this whole thing. It's just, if he just would have just explained it the way he did and not said what he said about Merch Crick, it would have been okay. But
you want me to tell you the whole story? Sure.
And by the way, he really has put Apollo Global and Cox Media in a really, really bad trick bag legally. Like,
I don't know how he has any viewers on there. I mean, listen, we all want our viewers higher, but his views compared to mine or yours are
his
nothing.
His management has to be flipping out on this. This is such a legal battle. This is such a big problem for him when you say, and this is a woman's world anyway, and when you make fun of a woman, that in today's world, it's even more of a problem.
So I have an appearance at Shark Coast Tactical, and Mike Olivero is doing his radio show live from there, and I sit down to do the radio show with Mike. When we come out of break, there is some sort of kerfuffle going on in front of me where this woman is making a gesture trying to get my attention and calling my name, and one of our promotions guys, Jovan, is kind of like giving her like a push away from me, and I said, what's the problem?
Which, by the way, Jovan is a registered felon. Just to let you know.
The bodyguard, the whatever.
He's a registered felon. So I don't know that Cox should be.
Not registered sex offender, just a felon.
I think there's a sex
deal, potentially
within that.
allegedly.
I think perhaps I could be wrong.
That's not good.
But he's a registered felon, and I think corporations are supposed to do their due diligence and not necessarily put registered felons as bodyguards to your talent.
Definitely not Cox Communications should not be doing
No,
that. I mean,
better yet, Apollo Global. Apollo Global is their parent company, which is, formerly Leon Black's company, who had to step away as the CEO and founder of Apollo Global because of his Epstein ties. So their current CEO was not one of the founders of the corporation. The founders of the corporation had to walk away. The people that own Cox,
because of some sort of allegation.
No, because he did
misconduct.
$68 million worth of business with Epstein. So he had to walk away.
And she said, Mike, I just want to talk to you, and these guys won't let me near. And I said, let her through. Leave her alone. I couldn't understand why they would be. Carmen, can you lower the music a little bit, please? I couldn't understand why they would want to be taking this woman away from me. So she came over.
And let me, the only reason I'm going through all this, I know people are probably pissed at me, is because Alex didn't hear it.
No, he didn't.
And Alex hates Calta as much as I do, and he wants to. And so
Calta
I mean,
sucks.
you need this ammunition. You need to know this. That he just did this on his show in a segment called Under Oath, where you're supposed to be telling the truth 2 days ago.
And I love
and
Erica, so
I said, what is the problem? And she said, I just wanted to talk to you, and these guys are pushing me away. I said, okay, well, you're here. What do you got? And she said, and she began to start asking me questions about the Hulk Hogan sex tape because she was convinced that I had something to do with it.
Now, hold on. So, because she was convinced that I had something to do with it. She has two pieces of paper there. And one of it's correspondence to Tony Burton, and the other one is the correspondence to Tony Burton on the address that he needs to send the 2 DVDs that he has of the Hogan sex tape to Gawker.
So she's got the smoking gun.
So she's just going to ask him, if you're not part of the Hogan sex tape, why do you have emails from your agent telling you to mail them to Gawker? That's it. Well, when asked those questions, which are not good questions, you flip out. And what do? You grab her phone and you try to erase that footage.
So I said,
and now remember, Conor McGregor, because of all his ties and all of his hookups, never got charged criminally. OJ
But he
never
did lose civilly.
OJ never got charged criminally. But he what?
Civilly, he lost.
The people who beat the crap out of Rodney King never got charged criminally, but lost. I mean, we could go on and on and on.
Listen to me. Ask me your question, and I will give you the answer. And I did. And then the second question she asked me, and I gave her the answer again. And she was not happy with my answer. And then I said to her,
no, actually, he wasn't happy with his answer.
Well, this is the footage we never saw, right? This is what he deleted?
Yeah, no, but we saw it because the cop helped. Oddly enough, the cop, when she got her phone back 7 minutes later, when they finally returned it to her after calling her a dirty fucking cunt, that the cop says, here, you might not know iPhone like I do, but you can go into a recently deleted file.
And
the actual Sarasota deputy sheriff is the one that restored the videos.
Good question. How miserable is your life that you're here on a Saturday afternoon and you're doing this that has nothing to do with you? And she said, I'm not miserable. I said, honey, listen to me. And I took her phone. I didn't snatch it away from her. She was holding it up in my face. She was videotaping me the whole time.
You can't take somebody's phone.
Well, no, but I hate this argument, though, Bubba. He said, how miserable is your life? All of our lives are miserable. Even if our lives is good, we have miserable moments. Like, he acts like his life's not miserable.
Because people are coming to see him at a gun show. He's not miserable. No. Right, you're right. Hold on.
And I just turned it around so that you could see the people that were in the store. I said, these people have come here to see me today.
A little narcissistic, if you ask me.
I'm not the loser. I'm not the one I'm getting paid to be here.
She's one of the people that wanted to come see you. So, go ahead.
Came to see me here today. So at that point, she went to go snatch the phone away from me, and she jumped on top of me. And when she jumped on top of me...
And if you look at the footage, she simply put her hand on his shoulder and tried to grab her phone, which is, I've talked, I don't know how many different cops to say that somebody has taken your phone. You have the right to exert a certain amount of physicality to get your property back. You have the
right. He talks
right.
about the miserable. Well, of course, 100%. If somebody steals something, you can go take it back. But he's talking about the miserable thing. It's like she was making you miserable, Mike. You know, when she pressed to you about these issues, you were the one that was miserable. That's
Right.
why you acted out. That's why you were impulsive and hit a woman. She made you miserable. So
Right.
it's just funny, that projection.
It pushed her off me because I respect you and I'm not hitting a woman, but once you hit me,
And we have all seen how hard he pushed her.
all things are off. She jumped on top of me and I pushed her off. I can tell you exactly where I pushed her, on her right shoulder.
Now, jumping on somebody to me seems like if a girl would jump on your back at a honky-tonk bar and was trying to get in a fight, like reaching...
Merch Creek's small. What do you mean? He'd be lucky to have her jump on him, that freak.
But here's the deal. I mean, footage will show you that she put her hand on his shoulder and reached across to try, and he has he's very large and he has a very long arm span compared to her. And as she got too close to potentially getting his phone, he snapped, and he didn't hit her on the shoulder. He palmed her face and pushed her back.
And then when she left, I found out later on that she was Bubba's girlfriend.
Hold on. He leaves a whole bunch out there. Then when she left, you mean after your felon bodyguard took her and threw her out on the curb and made her sit there for 7 minutes while you called her a dirty cunt and scrolled through her phone? You mean that?
And that he sent her there, and that she was, I was going to say a lunatic, but that was my opinion.
Here you go. Hold on. So this is where it becomes very problematic. Up until here, we know that he's lying. We know the truth. We know that she didn't jump on top of him. But this is his opinion of her. And whatever research or whoever told him, however he got this information. And this is where it becomes very legally problematic for such a huge company to say this about a retired deputy sheriff that gets full benefits because of what she went through, and for you to cast her and to explain to her like this is a problem.
I was going to say a lunatic, but that was my opinion. And that she's also shot and killed an unarmed woman at one point. So she was also dangerous.
What a dirtbag.
Shot and killed an unarmed
Didn't
woman.
she say that she's in the line of duty, that she's a cop? Nothing, none of that.
Shot
she's just a shooter.
Shot and killed an unarmed woman is a far cry from the truth, which was involved in a suicide by cop situation as a sworn deputy officer and was cleared in a jury. That's a far cry from being a lunatic and being dangerous, and you shot and killed an unarmed woman.
I was going to say a lunatic, but that was my opinion. And that she's also shot and killed an unarmed woman at one point. So she was also dangerous. So, yes.
Just one thing to bring up, too, because I was standing right next to while all this going on.
Mike Oliveira, a manager who Merch Crick yells, "Please help me, Mike Oliveira," on the tape.
She had about 9 pages of notes.
Right.
She had 3.
And she had a phone inside her purse that I saw.
Yeah.
That was also allegedly on.
Yeah. All right, so, Alex, what's wrong with that?
That's smart to get audio of it all.
I mean,
these guys are.
She's got her notes and she's got a phone in her purse. I mean, that gives you the right to call her a dirty cunt, steal her phone, batter her, make her stay outside, and then when you tell the story under oath, you're going to call her basically a murderer?
Well, these guys are acting like victims. They've been in the radio wars. People come after you. This is what we all signed up for. And they're sitting there and acting like, oh, I'm so scared. A 5'2" woman with double D breasts is going to beat you up. It's so ridiculous that these guys are acting like victims right now. And then for the accusation to just say that about Merch.
So clearly she was sent there to try and get me all riled up. She didn't.
She did.
And it didn't become a problem until she got physical with me.
Till she got physical with him.
So I apologized for...
now listen to this. He had to do his show, and he had to apologize. I have that, too. And he even admits that he didn't mean it, and it was not heartfelt. I mean, this is a big problem for his company. Listen to this.
I don't remember what I apologized for. I could tell you it wasn't heartfelt. Yeah.
So you've been required to apologize for this instance, by your company, and you're admitting during an under oath segment that it was not heartfelt. I mean, that's a little bit of a problem, isn't it?
Well, what kind of deal does he have with Cox? Does he have a 10-year deal? I mean, is it a year-by-year deal?
Here's his deal. He is untouchable. He is absolutely untouchable. And you're untouchable. And by the way, I want you to listen to his apology. This is how he opened up one show, I don't know, right about 3 months after this had happened, and they cleared him. Here's his apology. You ready?
Recently at an event, I reacted to a situation in a way that I wish I had not. I said things and behaved in a manner that I regret, and I am sorry. I expect more from myself, and you should expect more from me, too. Recently at
That's it. That was his apology.
Well, at least he did make one there. I mean, he seemed a little. I mean, he did make an apology. I guess he.
Yeah, that was it was a situation that I prefer didn't happen. I didn't start it. I didn't do anything wrong in it, and the police were involved, and the cops were there, and they found that I did nothing wrong, and we've moved on. And I hope that answers your question, sir, in probably more detail than I've ever talked about before. True.
There you go.
Well, I'm getting through. I'm going to call. I'm going to get through.
To call a woman that was a police officer that got involved in the most horrific thing that most police officers dread is that they actually have to take somebody's life. And it wasn't even in a bad guy shootout. It was in a the woman had a premeditated suicide by cop. For her to have to endure that, most police officers, feel for a person that goes through that. And Mike Calta spins you as shooting an unarmed lady. That is very, very defamatory. You're in the broadcast business. That's slanderous. That's defamatory. That's with malice. I mean, all the key words as broadcasters that make us cringe when a complaint comes in. That if Alex Stein today had caused Blaze Media to get a 770 letter today because you defamed, slandered with malice somebody, you don't think that you would be in a little bit of shit right now with your general manager?
I've been in trouble for less, but this is another thing where this is going to sound crazy. This is going to sound crazy, but if you commit suicide and you have an insurance policy, you don't cash out on that insurance policy.
Right.
So a lot of people will do suicide by cop because they want somebody else to kill them so that their family can get an insurance. So it's a very terrible situation, but Merch Creek might have actually indirectly helped their family because if that person was suicidal and they took their own life, they wouldn't have gotten any insurance settlement. So I'm not saying that was a good situation. It's not something that Merch Creek's happy about. It's a very bad situation, but that's what happens in a lot of these murder by cop situations. They want to kill themselves. They don't have the courage, so they put a cop in a position like that.
It shouldn't be spun ever. It was a public trial. If you do due diligence, you can find the article, but you shouldn't get on the radio and
call somebody a murderer for why they did it in the line of duty. It's disgusting.
I mean, there you go. That's Mike Calta. He'll be okay though because he can do anything he wants.
I don't understand that. Now I know we only have so much time, but I don't understand how he's got that much pull. His show cannot be that big. His digital footprint is nothing. He doesn't even have a paw print, much less a footprint.
All I can say to him is, let your wife out of this stupid podcast while you can. She's very uncomfortable. And don't subject your beautiful wife who has raised your children to the scrutiny of these trolls. They are worthless. Calta's a troll in himself and all the things that they say about, but don't. Your wife is not wired for this. He needs to let her out.
Well, and let's be real. You and me, Bubba, we could definitely hit the gym. We could look a little better, but Mike looks bad, dude. He looks really bad. On that podcast, just the way his skin... Does he drink and party a lot?
I don't know, but it seems like, I don't know if there's a disease where your eyes get permanently shut. I don't understand.
That's what I'm saying. His face just looked like he got... I don't know how to explain it, but
He's transitioning to a bulldog.
Thank you, Seth.
He just didn't look good, and his wife was attractive. You know, you look at his wife, I'm like, why? You know, she looks good.
Attractive.
He looks terrible.
We went to dinner with him as me and Heather and Mike and Amanda. When we were when we were friends, we had a couple New Year's Eve dinners together, and his wife's beautiful. I just feel for her because she's not wired for the scrutiny like he is. And
she's going to get rewired once they put me through. Once they let in Gary from Dallas or whatever, I don't know what I'm going to say. You know, they're going to be. She's going to get a wake up call. So.
All right, my man. Well, listen, we got to get going. Anything in Alex Steinland?
Yeah, I'm going to Turning Point USA's event. Tucker is speaking tonight, but I don't get there till later. Glenn's speaking in Phoenix, Arizona. So anybody in Phoenix, come say hey.
If you see Tucker, will you just? I'm not asking for anything. I just want you to tell him I said hi. That's it.
I will.
No, I don't need you to champion me for any way, shape, or form. I just want you to say, hey, Tuck was on the Bubba show today. He says hi.
No problem.
All right, my man.
I'll fly there tonight. All right, guys.
Love you, buddy. Take care.
If I don't talk to you guys.
See you later, buddy. Appreciate you. Well, I'm sure we'll catch a ton of shit because we rehashed the deal, but I rehashed it because he didn't know anything about it.
Who are we catching shit from, Calta?
Oh, fuck yeah, man. He's got so many. Him and his little Sixers, his little 8 to 10 people that just go absolutely fucking. We can have the best show ever, and have an A-list celebrity, and we would still be we suck.
Yeah,
piece of shit. No good. Count is in your head. Yeah. Look what Count is trying to do now. He's trying to be me on the internet because he knows his terrestrial deal is about over. I think we're pretty much done for the day.
Yeah, you got to get to Tom Beans, right?
Tom Beans.
Yeah.
Rather be anywhere else but. Nothing bad about Tom Bean. Just going to be a long 3-hour meeting. I know that.
And then what, tonight at 8? It's the White Elephant deal?
White Elephant, 8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, Gene's probably going to come dressed in all white.
Did you tell him to dress in all white?
No, I told him regular clothes, but if he wants to dress in white, he can.
Let me tell you something. I wore my Frosty Snowman suit. Just in all white. White, you know what? You know what my favorite color is, don't you?
White?
White. If it's white, it's right.
Uh-oh.
See you tonight.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
co-host and show historian, Lummet.
It's Seth, co-host and president of podcasting.
It's Brian Matroni, king of counter programming.
Rhett, the filthy ginger video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire, of Council. Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra, of Council.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello.